war is hell.
Alright.
Retro.
Prepare to meet your Mcu.
Retro is here, destroying the game he hates the most. The Cario X is gonna kick some sense into us. Shimoda's dead, well, 2000 goes nowhere. It's the end of the year for us.
Retro!
Shut up, you bloody muppet!
Nani? The big deal, right?
Now it's time.
And now, the moment you've been waiting for.
No offense. Since we got beefy arms and you got skinny.
Just to let you know, that was on.
We got our tape, dude.
The toast dude, we got it on tape.
Anyway, when does the intro start?
We're not worried.
We're not worthy.
We're not worthy. Okay, yeah, that's the
I'm
intro.
still worthy.
That's the intro, isn't it? Okay, that's the intro, right?
Yeah.
I'm still worthy of winning, Mjolnir.
So while Retro is taking a back seat, anyway, I'll tell you the time that Shimon O'Brien, am about to host this year's end of the year video. Welcome. We have old faces and of course the new guy.
Hello.
His name is 3003 Studios, or 3000, or the guy on TV.
Oh, as I like to call it 343.
Or Scott the Wallace.
Yeah.
And Lucario is here. Hello, people.
And of course, and Retro, how are you?
I've been better.
Just put your. Are you done with your phone yet?
But I got this. I got stuff. Me.
A list.
Snakes.
Okay.
A list, okay? We need a list.
Behold.
So what are we doing? So what are we talking about first, gentlemen?
Well, let's see. Sonic movies on first, so how about we talk about that?
Don't we usually talk about what happened during the year about our stuff in life first, actually?
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead. Sonic can wait.
Yeah, so why don't we start talking about why that thing happened? That damn pandemic!
Yes, that. I really hope we didn't really need to talk about that since it's already been trammed up in our bloody faces, but every single nerd sounds into politician because they don't know what else to fucking talk about.
Yeah, okay, but still, it's an important thing to note. So
Yeah.
anyway, why don't we just start off with if I may start.
Definitely was able to not go into school, so there's that. I still have school.
Okay,
And I was-
let me guess. That was a win for you, right?
Sort of win. Yo, the loss is I'm
Well,
stuck with my family.
Kind of in between with me, because I was in TY when this happened, and we didn't get to go to the Iron Island, so yeah.
Part of me was a bit okay, but some of it wasn't really because being stuck indoors all day and whatnot. But I did manage to get over a few drives, with my dad or something, and I also managed to pass the time other than playing video games is by writing a couple of short stories. I kind of ended up writing down some bios of created Inklings and Octolings I made, as well as stories of other fictional series I like. Mostly because I ended up deciding to create a big old world fusion in Chain, so I could basically have more, who team up with Spider-Man.
Oh, and of course we were able to do it end of the year last year.
Yeah.
Yes. But that was at the end of last year.
Because
So, as for me, naturally already I was in a not so great state.
alright.
You kind of know what happened.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to really mention too much about it. The only thing is that, with that, it kind of got boring, so... And not to mention I was still But hey, I was in Leaving Cert Applied, so...
Same here with that for me. Yeah.
But I didn't get to do much work experience. I was able to get away with a bit. But other than that, most of the time it was just staying in the house and nothing much.
Stay in the house. Stay in the house.
Oh, but then again, you you were finished by then.
Oh, yeah, I was finished.
So only the three of us went back later on to enter another year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me just say-
sorry to bother here, but mine is more on the line of finishing off the Lever Cert, really, just because I was on Lever Cert, so it was close to the finishing, just getting to the last lap of it when everything went back to somewhat normalish.
Normal. Of course, as for the rest of the world, the COVID pandemic is not a good thing, I hope. And I hope we're able to, of course, we're able to go back to normal, but of course, mostly COVID to just go away.
Well, it just could be like any other cold. Basically, it would just be, the first period it'll be dangerous, but then it'll just be like a normal flu.
Yeah, but at the same time, it should not be taken too lightly.
Can I say something?
Outside.
Let me just say that doing work at home, online, it was hell.
You can say that again.
Yeah, like,
It was a pain in the ass as hell, if I may. But as experiencing it from not only the first year of Lean Sir Quiet, but especially the second year of it, let's just say, I didn't get much help.
Oh.
And it's not really good, like, how do you expect me to pass? If I'm getting, in my best terms, like this, back shit or no shit. I'm getting no help, so do you expect me to pass? Like, do you expect someone to pass if you are not helping them?
No, basically what happened is just the guys decide to sit on their ass in the chair while they let you write down something, and when you come up they say, well, I'd like some help. They said, oh, come on, you'll figure it out or something. Now let me get back to playing Crunchyroll.
the
we're trying to crunch me.
The role of a teacher is to help a student.
Yes.
Yeah, not sit on their ass and just expect them to do everything like they know everything.
I was fine. It was okay. I mean, okay, not all of them, but some were alright, but others, no.
Okay,
And one more thing. COOM space MEETING.
If she tells us what does that spell?
Zoom meetings.
Oh.
Retro, put in some dramatic music when that happens, or something like.
Welcome to Shimoda News.
Yes. Zoom meetings. So, I'm pretty sure you didn't have too much of it.
No, because it was towards the end of when I was finishing anyway.
I only had like one, I think, but that was actually with talking to the guys owning Elevation or something. The place I went to, I am in now, so...
Yeah, and to be fair, I didn't really have much to do either, since it was TY. It's basically a year where you don't have to do as much, but still, like...
Other than that...
That doesn't make it any less frustrating to do.
Well, it seems you guys got off lucky. I mean, obviously you, because you didn't have much time left there.
Yeah.
But that's not the same with me. Oh boy, I was loving them.
Oh boy, my favorite school!
That was a good one. That's a good beat.
So I guess...
I'm just imagining
yes, your
Mickey
school
Mouse now.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I guess your school kind of sucked.
Yes.
Either way, I mean, it wasn't bad in the first year, but the second year just pushed it a bit further.
Okay, well,
More specifically, like, at the beginning of the new year.
Okay, my school isn't too bad. Well, some of the teachers there are quite nice. A little bit on my English teacher, who can be who can sometimes be annoying. I mean, one time when we with my mom, sorry I'm getting off topic here, but my mom likes to hit about me writing down the little stories to my arts teacher, who was like my main teacher at the time on Leaving Cert, and he was like, oh, why don't you show it to the English teacher and something. He talked about it and he said, oh, only if it's something to do with work. That kind of got my mom on the wrong way. I think she kind of got annoyed by it. Or telling him like, well, fuck him anyways, or something like that.
Yeah, sounds like my art teacher from the first and third year.
I'm glad I didn't do that, even if I was good.
So back to this. On the one hand, I will say one thing though. With my last year in secondary school, at least I have one little big advantage thanks to that pandemic. Which honestly, I don't like saying that, but at the same time, it's one thing I can think it.
Yeah, it's like Voldemort.
The fact that I can do both passing and I can, I can do the exam and use a predetermined marks.
Yeah, I went with the ladder because like, I'm not sure where I was going with that.
Honestly, I would have taken a few, but I honestly knew not all of them would have been in my favor. Hotel and kitchen obviously was going to be made worse because, make this clear, but I fucking suck at writing. Everything, but when it comes to cooking, I'm a fucking masterpiece. I come from a family of cookers, you know. My family made bread back then before they sold flour.
Hey, chef, why is the water cold?
It's simple.
Where's the... Hold on. Hey,
Oh shoot! It's a rat!
hey, funny. Hey, I kind of liked hotel catering and tourism as well. It was mostly because I liked to cook stuff. Well, let's face it, it's more... I should probably rephrase that. It's not I like to cook stuff. I like to eat. That's why I liked it. Just get to make your own meals and eat it for lunch.
You made something. You gonna share with everyone else?
Oh, I swear.
No.
I swear. The funny thing about that is that each time, like, when it was, like, cookery or something, my sister ends up getting mad that I don't bring anything home. She's like, well, fuck you anyways.
Yeah. Whenever you were able to cook, you know, if I am allowed to cook, my home economics teacher was annoying to say the least. But
So she wasn't the same one, right? She's not the same one as I had.
Doubted. I mean, if I try to describe it, you'll all think the same one.
Yeah, let's not go through this anyway.
Yeah, but anyway,
I'm glad
whenever I do make something like pasta or lasagna, I'm not a fan of lasagna, so I just bring it home anyway, because I don't want...
Basta bolognese da!
Garfield would like to know your location. Anyways, as I was gonna
Chris
say,
Pratt would like to know my...
Okay.
I'm
Wait, what's
glad I didn't.
Their voice, Garfield?
Yeah, he's going...
Why does everyone keep interrupting me?
Now you have become the interrupter. You call your ex.
Can I just say, I'm glad I didn't do home economics.
Not really your best part.
I never did it. I didn't even pick it. And I have a friend who I remember she made a pizza, and her teacher told her that they had to put onions on the pizza, and that they had no choice. Like, they had to put it on. Like,
Wow.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I went to my school.
Pasta, I see a lot of onions when that's made for me, but pizza?
Aside from that, there's not much to say. With that secondary school out of the way, now I'm in college and I'm currently attending. Or should I
he
say?
is a man.
I should say though, at the same time, I'm currently under break for reasons.
Oh, you've been gone to jail. There's lots of confinement.
Yeah, never really had that much of a problem. Anyway, but nothing much. I'm doing fine, and I hope it goes a bit better later on. So,
More power to you, mate.
all right. You guys don't have anything else. I guess you're still in secondary school, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm done. Okay, sorry I'm interrupting, but I'm like done off to some place called Elevation or something. It doesn't really have a proper name. I call it Elevation, but I also go to a place with Streetwise or something. So basically, I kind of got to it because my dad works at the same organization at Outset.
Huh. That's news to me.
So I guess we killed talking about how last year and this year has been experienced, as well as the pandemic as well. So
Actually, should we talk about what we experienced in? Actually, never mind. I'm being stupid. I'll say 2019, but we technically did that.
we did that.
I think.
2019, we did that.
Yeah, and the year we kind of were going to leave.
Yeah.
So-
Watch the video.
Okay, so we got that out of the way.
Yeah, that was huge. Knock it out of the way.
I'll just ask this though. Why don't we start back off with? Why don't we go back to Smash Bros. Quickly then? Technically speaking, we were still going from last year's one, so we can talk more about the DLC fighters and.
Yeah, we'll do all of the DLC right now, because otherwise we're not gonna know when did this happen when. So
why don't
DLC. The one we didn't talk about next was Byleth.
at the time it was So
It was
why don't
bad.
we just see? Who wants to start off first with talking about all the DLC fighters?
Oh, we're talking about all of them?
Well, it might be
To
better.
be easier.
Okay,
it's more
so
convenient.
first one was Piranha Plant or something?
No, I mean like that we haven't talked about before.
Oh, okay.
Starting
So
with
Violet.
So-
Violet was... Oh, sorry.
You go first, anyway.
Okay. Violet's... he or she was okay. He's fine, not bad. He also has... At least he has something interest with him with some of the other sword fighters. Although, no offense, but at least the sword fighters all... Playstyles are different. It's just people are mad because they all use swords.
No, no. If I may,
Well, it's just
They're all-
some of them
they're
are.
all bitches. Actually, the fans are all bitches. Not to mention hypocrites, if you think about it.
Here's my opinion.
Because, if you may please
Oh.
first. If you think about it, I could say this. Well, excuse me, princess, but I didn't want another fighter with a punching move, now did I? I'm sorry, but I didn't want Kazuya Mishima. You complain about sword fighters, I can say the same about fist and kicks. So by that definition, I am justified to say that you're all hypocrites.
Well,
So now you can fuck off.
well, I
We're
guess
gonna
you could
kick
more call it
Shimoda
brawlers. We're just more calling it brawlers then.
Look, I'm just saying, either way, I can say the same statement, and I would be fine in my justification, if you get that.
Okay.
But I'll leave my Kazuya opinion for later. He's still great, but anyway, moving on.
Okay.
So here's my opinion on Violet. She exists.
We're talking about.
She exists.
Oh yeah, I was
End of
going
discussion.
to.
We're not doing that. We're kind of more like. He talks about every fighter first. I think it might be easier.
What?
Okay.
I don't know.
I assume we're
Alright, I'll
going to
go.
talk about 1 fighter out of 10.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll
it's
go
not
with.
really.
Alright, I'll go first with the fighters.
Oh,
So
okay.
Violet,
Let's
he
just-
was good. He was not bad. Also, like he had different all the weapons from tree houses. I guess I don't really know what they were.
Min Min?
Min Min, she was fine. I sucked at her because not really he did personal talent to choose. So I choose more of Lucario or Terry or Kazuya or Samus. But
Sorry, sorry.
okay.
Are you still?
Yeah, I'm done talking about Min Min.
Next was Small Battlefield. What did you think?
Oh yeah, that was the
Small
thing.
Battlefield. That was just dare. They're like you.
More like we're out of ideas, Battlefield.
So what's this about Small Battlefield?
Yeah, that was just
Yeah.
dare.
Okay. Steve!
I thought it was named Alex.
Oh, Steve, Alex, Creeper, Enderman, whatever. But
Minecraft.
yeah, he was good. I did actually show my sister and niece because they kind of like playing Minecraft, so he just thought about that. And yeah, I like playing Minecraft myself, so he was an interesting, odd, but an interesting choice. That's a rot. And he was not. He was okay, good. He kind of like how he can send you to oblivion with just a tiny spark. Again, of course, he's half angel and whatnot, but yeah, he's good.
The modus in poses right now.
He's doing the Iron Man blast.
Anyway, continue.
Kamehameha Mini. Pyramethea.
You could just call them Aegis, really.
Well, to me, they were just there. Not really things
I
that
agree.
interest me.
Kazuya.
Kazuya was an interesting choice.
Yeah, what's
Kind of one of my top play characters, besides, like I said a bit earlier, Lucario, Kazuya, Terry, and Samus.
Yeah, that was a good reaction video we did as well. And last, Sora, the ice cream flavor.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was an interesting choice, I'd say the least, and a not bad one too. So instead of when using him, I guess Sakura decided, oh, so you don't want a sword, huh? How about a key?
Yeah.
I'll beat you up with my key! Yeah.
I do want to ask like a bit of a quick question before we move on to the next person.
Yeah.
Ranking. Like, how would you rank each fighter in terms of each pass, if you don't mind, Lucario X?
Okay, how do I rank them though?
Like, I'm asking more like, who's the best character? Like, who's the best and who's the worst in Fire Pass 1, and who's the best and worst in Fire Pass 2?
Okay, I'm trying to think on who was in Fighter Pass 1.
This is big brain time.
1, I would go with,
Let's say there was Joker, Hero, Banjo, Terry, and Violet.
And Piranha Plants.
Terry for me, because thanks to him, I got into KOF.
I think, same here.
And the worst,
Here's not that I don't really count a worst, but if one I would probably least play, maybe Hero.
Okay.
And for 5 past 2?
Favorite there, I guess I'm a brawling type. I'm choosing Kazuya.
Okay.
And
It was-
worst?
Small battlefield.
Well, no, not Small Battlefield.
Nah.
Pyromistra, because they were just the only ones that were just there.
Okay.
They, like, showed up at the Nintendo Direct, like, oh, okay, couldn't care less about them.
So
So
then who
who's
should go
going-
next?
You should go next.
Should I go actually?
Yeah, okay. So,
Let me start off with Byleth.
Yeah.
I'll say one word. They're the most interesting Fire Emblem character ever. I'll say this much: the last Robin and Corrin and Byleth all share one thing in common. They don't use just a sword. I think the main problem with Fire Emblem representation is the fact 4 characters play the exact same, or should I say, mostly have the same same attacks, which not a big problem, but they should have stopped at Chrom. Or should I say,
yeah.
they shouldn't have brought in Chrom.
Yeah.
As much as I know people want Chrom, it might have been a better call to bring him out.
Yeah, that's the point. There's too many Fire Emblem characters.
I think other than that, Ike is the only other fighter who only has a sword that is unique.
Is it weird sorry to interrupt, but is it weird for me to say that Ike is probably my favorite Fire Emblem character? I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't show up in Fire Emblem Heroes or something.
You know, I know it's weird.
Yeah, the mobile?
You know,
Oh, no, I mean, not
it's
that.
the Dynasty Warrior.
Oh.
Yeah, because kind of when I saw about it, I was like, ooh. Part of me was kind of hoping Ike showed up because he's probably my favorite Fire Emblem character. All probably takes to him slashing into that subspace bomb.
The only thing I want to say this much. Just before I go back to it, I'm just so sad that Ike didn't get they didn't keep his own voice, you know?
I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah, no offense, that his voice now kind of sucks.
It just sounds pathetic, if you get the word. But anyway, so back to Byleth. As I was saying, yeah, the most unique one, but probably was the not best choice for Fire Emblem Tree Houses. I'll say this much. If we had to have one in there, the one thing I would at least ask is get someone else that isn't Byleth. Because I know the potential of a unique moveset with multiple weapons is a good idea. But not Byleth. It should have been one of the Tree House leaders. Until I realized, someone's gonna do what the Min situation I like to call.
What's that?
You didn't put in Claude! You didn't put in Claude! You didn't put in Claude! Okay, how do I put this at best? Claude, you know how Smash doesn't have those type of characters? You know what Twintel looks like, right?
Oh,
You see what I mean?
Now I know. Yeah, those type.
Exactly.
There were people who would take out their you-know-whats and have a nightly days thing or something. Sorry if I phrased it like that.
The best way to say it is that they had a stick up their ass.
What?
Because of representation. See what I mean? You see there?
Oh, is it?
It's more... I know I don't want to go any further, but I'm just saying it's really hard to think about what best Fire Emblem rep would be there.
Sorry sorry to interrupt, but did I misinterpret that?
No, I'm saying that people
confused.
would have had a stick up their ass because... You know what happened with Min Min? People were pissed off that Twintel didn't get it.
Oh.
Because, there's those type of people. I hope you understand what I meant, but...
I don't understand, but I feel like we're gonna
because
move
of
on.
not choosing
Exactly. But either way, I'm saying
I feel
Byleth
like I
is...
misrepresented that. Apologies if I misrepresented that, people.
Other than that, I will say one thing. I'll say I prefer Byleth over Banjo.
Right?
I know that sounds weird, but yeah, I somehow took Byleth over Banjo. And I hope you people are pissed off because I'm not taking
I'm
my word
strongly
back.
pissed off by that.
Let's face it, there's
Thank you.
comedians out there who love to just do things to be offensive because it's a bloody joke, and if anyone can't handle a joke, they can fuck off.
Well,
Exactly.
What?
Shimoda's a
I just said
minion?
exactly.
Anyway, so and quickly with small battlefield, like I'll just say this much. So you know you know Battlefield, right?
It's big.
Wait,
Wee, but small.
what joke were you referring to?
Oh, it's not any joke. It's just most comedians have a tendency to like say jokes that would offend people, but they just get on with their day. Like, oh, I'm making a joke here, and like, oh no, that joke is racist and stuff, and like, piss off, people.
Oh,
Yeah.
get cancelled.
Yeah.
There it is. There's the cancel culture.
Like, and you're just being like canceling people for being racist, yet you're being worse than the people you're trying to cancel.
Exactly.
Anyway, back to where I was.
Yeah.
So now, so after talking about Battlefield, because small Battlefield, it's small Battlefield.
What's
It's alright.
What's this about a small battlefield?
Anyway, so let me talk about Min Min.
Yeah?
I'll make this simple and clean, people. No!
Although I know I'm a little late on saying my parts, but part of me kind of hoped it would have been what's his name? Ninja
What?
guy.
The
from-
ninja guy.
Yeah, because he's my
Ninjara?
favorite. Yeah, Ninjara. He's my favorite character since I managed to beat the hardest difficulty with him.
Anyway, now I want to make this clear to people. I had a feeling they had to put in an arms character, and I understand why.
Not beat surprise.
But I kinda have to say this, I hate the fact that it is still there. I'm gonna make it clear. I don't like Min Min. I would say she's absolutely the worst designed character in Smash history. I don't care if you say Sonic is worse, because I'll say this much. He at least has a moveset. At least he doesn't just punch in the air. Punch in the ground, I'm sorry, but I'm just saying. I just don't like Min Min in
Do you
general.
dislike characters without combos?
No!
Sorry, I'm not. Sorry if I.
No, the thing is, Min Min is not that interesting. She's just boring. Her design is not character design, but the moveset design is just not interesting.
I mean,
Not to mention, online. So 3000. Have you ever fought against a Min Min?
I bet I have.
Was it any fun?
No.
Thank you.
okay, just a quick heads up. DJ, he's like to play online. I'm not really an online type of person. Okay.
You should get PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live.
That's on you. I don't even have an Xbox. But I have
Let's go to GameStop.
Come on, I only have a Switch. I have a Switch and a PlayStation. I have enough and it is. Until I get a computer.
Anyway, but I will say this much, I do think the stage was interesting, and it's nice to have the music, but if the next Smash game is there, unless they do something good with the ARMS character, I'll be saying no for ARMS characters entirely.
Welcome to Shimoda Says No.
Anyway, so...
Shimoda says no to buying the next Smash Bros. If it has ARMS characters.
as fighters.
If it has arms, I don't want to hold it.
We're probably still going to buy it. It's just, you're probably, if the ARMS character is still there, you're probably never going to touch them until the day you die.
It's not really true. So anyway, let me talk about... So, you guys heard about blocks? I'll be honest, I have to say one first thing. The Enderman is creepy. I like it.
Obviously the Enderman is creepy. Have you never played Minecraft?
It'll be even more creepy
no.
when it's yelling at you till you die.
So
If you
anyway,
ever look at an Enderman, run.
anyway, so what was I gonna say?
Blocks.
Yeah, blocks. I'll say this much. Steve's an interesting case. I mean, better than Min Min.
He's going off now.
But if I had to say one thing is that at least the character design is interesting. The concept is interesting of a character that has to build to be much better in combat.
Oh, have you ever seen that video where this professional player was built an F out of blocks and won afterwards?
Okay, that's
Yeah.
after that, that's a good one. The one thing I had to say is this. On the other hand, it's kind of not really that great.
Oh, so wait, sorry he did interrupt here. So it's basically F in the chat for my opponent!
Yeah, pretty much. It was sounding like a professional competition thing as well.
So, as I was saying, one problem I do have is the fact they could have went further. I don't mind the weapon building, which, honestly, that's an interesting concept. The problem I have is this. They could have added the idea of armor as a potential. I'll give you just an example of what I would think would happen. So let's say you had a choice between weapons or armor. If you choose armor, you'll get a random set of which armor you'll get. Okay?
Right.
So, if you say got a diamond and you use it, you could potentially get a helmet. The helmet won't protect the rest of your body, but it will protect your head. The head will also take less damage, and you'll have less knockback.
Oh, that would be it.
Maybe Thanos should get that.
At the cost, though, that the armor does take damage, so it will go
Break
away
eventually.
It could have been an interesting way of mind games, and that way the Steve player could be much more interesting.
More of
But we're just stuck with upgrade weapons and fucking minecarts.
So you will like it better if Steve was more of a trickster class, right?
Interesting.
It's hard to
Coconut
really come up with the playstyle you call it, but in a way, yeah, I do not like the fucking minecart.
Yeah, minecart here, minecart there. Everyone's going to get a fucking minecart off this epic stage.
And I have to
I
say-
suggest you don't play Donkey Kong Country then.
Look, I'm not talking about those minecarts.
They're the same
We all-
Minecars.
I mean, yeah, but still, but
Dude,
Steve's is made of plastic.
He's made of polygons.
But as I was saying, I just don't really like the fact the minecart is, it grabs people,
meaning
even
that
though
you can't.
it's stupid. Like, why does it grab it? Like, why not just, I don't know, fucking
Okay, finish your sentence.
like, why not it just hits opponents off, like, it pushes them away, not just, grab them for no reason.
That would definitely be hard, especially if you like try to get up and just the player just sends down a minecart on you or grab you and just basically all the time of finally get up to the table, grab. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Don't get
And-
mad, get good.
And then there's the block. And the block, I don't know what to say. I mean, I like the fact that you can do F. That's good. On the other hand, I also feel like it's cheating. I don't know, do you guys, like...
There it is! It's my turn!
I mean, if you can do it in the game, it's not really cheating.
Sure, but I mean, it just feels cheap, like, against some other characters. Like, when they don't have the advantage of block. But who am I kidding? The one thing I'll say is this. I'll say this much. At least Steve isn't Min.
Fair enough.
You would like to burn Min Min in a fire, I presume.
Of
Yeah.
course I do.
Let's get every Min Min amiibo and throw them into a fire.
Of course I am. I am Satan after all. Now then, back to where it was.
You're not Satan, you're a vampire.
And it's same thing.
No, it's not.
Anyway, back to where it was. So we're on to wings.
Sephiroth. Yeah, wings.
We'll be talking about Remake
Trying to
later,
figure
but
this
for
out.
now, let's focus on Sephiroth.
Yeah.
I want to first say one message. To that one thing. If you think Sephiroth is just a generic sword fighter, let me ask you a first question. How tall is Mark's sword? Because if you see how tall his sword is, you should have checked Sephiroth. His dick is that tall.
Can you repeat that?
Sorry, you're gonna have to set
Can you
that one up.
repeat that again? What did he say? This is getting weird.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
I agree. I'm not. Sephiroth's not one of my go-to characters in the game, but I do agree he's one of the more unique sword fighters.
I mean, his sword is so long, you can probably use... Apologies uninterrupted. His sword is so long that he used it as a kebab or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
So basically, he is definitely a welcome addition.
not to mention, he also did a little thing called fixing Final Fantasy's representation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or
They added more music.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Not to mention the big thing. They had more representation of the spirits, which I know pointless, but it's better than
just Cloud.
I know, right? They didn't even give Cloud didn't give Cloud's artwork from the original or even Advent Children. They still didn't do that with Advent Children, but hey, they got the original, so
We
why
want to forget Alvin Children, forget about the costume.
And let's face it, they literally used the trailer of their fight in Alpha's children.
Yeah, that's it. They
Yeah,
either
it's
want
kinda
to
sad.
forget it or they want to remember it.
I mean, it is Tetsuya Moron. He thinks his artwork is perfect, despite it being too complicated. Now back to where it was. Are you getting someone out?
What?
I don't know. You saw you doing that.
Oh, it just did off my shoe. Just
Yeah.
fiddling with it.
Other than that, I do want to also mention a quick thing.
Yeah.
The Sephiroth challenge. Like, remember that thing?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I won hard mode easy.
You did not.
I did.
Which question?
Yeah,
I'll say this much, people. He fucking did it. He do specials all day to the to sunrise, and he didn't. And he only won because Sephiroth fucked up.
Hey, so
Retro, you are dead to me!
So quick question. You guys just tried to beat it from start to hard, right?
Yeah.
I literally just beat it just so I could play as him.
As simple. I went from normal, then I decided, I need to show how much I want it. So I decided to go very hard. I'll be honest, the one thing is, I just love that challenge. It was kind of great.
Yeah, I wish you brought it back.
It really would have been cool.
Sorry, I'm interrupting again. If he do have another Smash Brothers character thing like that, I hope they do it here for some of the other characters.
Yeah.
There's like maybe if they add in another boss character or something.
Anyway, there is as well in the Northern Cave. That's great. Other than that, I don't have much to say other than Unleashed version 5 was there. That's cool.
Yeah.
And Supernova.
Yeah.
Fucking Game & Watch.
Play the footage of the PlayStation 1 version. Play it!
Sephiroth is basically doing the appearance of man's job.
Oh no, I'm talking about how Mr. Game & Watch turns into a 3D character.
Oh, yeah, that was just random.
Yeah, I know. And not to mention he's not the only DLC character that has this problem. Anyway, so after that, I'll talk about Best Girls.
Yeah, okay.
What? You ever played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you guys?
Xenoblade Chronicles!
I'm sorry, I haven't.
I haven't either.
I haven't either.
I'm ashamed. I'm
Can you
joking.
do a
I'm joking.
mutiny?
I'm joking.
Big deal, not everyone is into RPGs. The only somewhat RPG I'm probably into is Pokemon. Even so, I just mostly get into it just so I can catch Pokemon.
Okay.
The only RPG
How many minutes
I've
have we passed anyway? How many minutes are on that?
We've passed the half an hour mark.
We're that good.
We got all of that in half an hour.
We're good at rambling.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'll just say this quick. I love it. It's just that good. One thing I don't really understand is why do people think Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2 is the same thing? It's an RPG. They're not going to be the same. It's like Final Fantasy and Persona. They're not going to have the same characters in every entry.
I mean,
Don't you like Persona?
good point you
music?
brought in Final Fantasy because that's basically what it is. I mean, you play as different characters every time. When you 7, you play as Cloud, and some other one you play as another person.
Except for Final Fantasy 13-2 or 12-2.
Yeah,
Those are just sequels.
Yeah.
And Final Fantasy 7 compilation.
Compilation?
Yeah, there's a compilation of different Final Fantasy 7 stuff, like the movie.
Really? Like, what's a
Like there's
compilation on?
Admit Children, there's
It's
a
on-
game about Vincent, there's a lot of things.
I mean, like in a collection or just.
No, it's not a collection, it's like
Okay,
separate things.
good.
It's more
Why
of just
did
a
I get
media
that
thing.
collection?
It's more of a media title.
Okay.
But back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do love the fact that I'm happy that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 did get representation because God knows it wouldn't have been good if it was in base game, because I can say one thing. It probably wouldn't have been the best representation.
Yeah.
I mean, like, people say it might be good, but then I ask you, oh yeah, you remember when Roy was added into Melee and he represented his game right? I mean, I'll be honest, I don't have Binding Blade because it's, Japanese!
Well, you can learn to Japanese.
Drink you want?
I'll find an emulation. That would be that easier.
You need more than
Is that
animation. You need an English ROM.
Yeah, anyway,
Is
but
that
back
not
to
for me
what
to say?
Anyway, so back to what I was saying. I was happy that these two got in, so yeah, it was great. I'm sad that Rex didn't get in because it would have been interesting to see what he could have brought to the table, but hey, I'm alright. I'll be honest, the one thing that was funny with them was the fact that when you play their stage online, it slowed down the game online.
Oh.
Remember that?
I don't remember too much.
How come they're slowing down the game?
It's online only though.
How did it like slow down a game online?
Oh, we don't know, but it just happened while me and Retro were playing with Pikmin.
Alright,
By the way, hi Pikmin.
Hi!
Anyway, so I'm not gonna talk about Q&As anyway later.
well, much later. We'll do this, then videos, then Q&A.
Other than that, there's also the music, and that was great. The only thing I really did find weird was the fact they did add a spoiler in there. A spoiler spirit, but apparently they censored it in the presentation.
Really?
But I know this is gonna sound stupid, but they censored it there, but they didn't censor it in the game. Nice job, idiots! What's the point of just censoring it if it's going to be seen anyway?
Yeah.
I like how they joked around about being spoiling stuff when you like literally they joked around about Final Fantasy VII being a really old game. And people would follow it like, dude, I'm trying to play that game.
Totes, dude.
Don't want to have me
Wow,
spoiled.
this mic is not peaking a lot, is it?
No.
No, it's not. Woo! Okay, there it goes.
Oh,
Peaked.
oh.
Boy.
You want to answer that? I can always
No,
figure it out.
It's fine.
Okay, so now,
Phone call.
anyway, back to Mishima Kazuya.
Oh, right, the Japanese style.
Yeah, why not? I'll just say this much. I'm happy that Tekken's there. It replaces the worst fighting game I had representation ever. Don't worry, I'll be having so many ARMS complaints all day. I'll be happy to see them. Anyway, so let me talk about.
Let's see your anger. It fuels him.
Don't worry, the despair will do just fine for me.
Let the anger flow through you, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete.
Anyway, so
Hey Steve, how you doing?
anyway, so as I was saying, so Kazuya Mishima, it was surprising to say the least. He was an interesting addition, and there's not much to say. The only thing that, well, I mean, obviously being a devil is the best part. The only thing I really had to
What's the
say.
devil's doing? Why is the devil in Smash?
China won't be allowing Smash Ultimate anytime soon because they don't like devils.
Ah,
I mean, apparently.
it's a bit confusing over there.
I know.
Thing or something, probably.
Anyway, back to the only thing that really is, and I say this with confidence. They said that they couldn't figure out how Heihachi would move in Smash, right?
Yeah.
I kind of find that not make sense. I mean, the thing is, the one thing that really makes me question it is because you got someone like Lil Mac, if I may, and he can do 2 jumps. Yet in the Punch-Out games, he doesn't jump much.
He just goes left and right.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then punches.
Not to mention, even if you think about it, most of the Smash fighters only have 1 jump. And should I mention Pit? Because he can't fly for shit, and he has multiple jumps. It's so weird that he has multiple jumps, when you think about that?
Yeah, it was back then before Kid Icarus Uprising as well.
It's still in there.
Yeah, I know, but there's not much they could have done.
Anyway, back to that. So what makes it so weird that Heihachi will do a 2nd jump in midair? Not to mention he did it in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Oh, and speaking of that, one other thing they did right?
What?
They actually gave Heihachi a victory theme. Unlike how Smash did it. It did... What's the word you use again? 3000. Something that starts with fuck. I mean, it had to do something like... They did nothing with it, like... What do you call that? Is it fuck all?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is it. Yeah, fuck all. They did fuck all for the victory theme. They just did nothing.
Nothing!
I mean, I'll say
He
this.
only did one thing, and that was the Kazuya Mishima win.
I mean, I'll say this much. I love that addition, but that's not gonna fix it anytime soon because you have nothing in the victory theme. It's stupid. Like, you had plenty to choose from. You had the Tekken Tag Tournament intro to choose, or dare I say it, Tekken 1's ending theme. That would have been a great choice.
Yeah, that's what I choose.
Yeah,
They better
with the
fix
creepy
it
smile.
I doubt they're gonna fix it.
I mean, why is that?
They kind of finished.
Yeah, the finish was
Yeah.
Not to mention, I have a feeling
Oh, yeah.
Sakurai doesn't really change much. I mean, they didn't change Dark Pit's moveset, despite the fact he's much more airborne fighter than Pit being a ground fighter.
Yeah.
Which is weird, and not to mention the goddamn Dark Pit staff. Other than that, I would say Kazuya was a great
I'm
addition.
getting shocked. I'm getting chocolate.
And they didn't include Soul Calibur music, still. And they didn't include Soul Calibur music, 5 points!
Why,
Sorry, I had to do
why are
that.
you bringing up so Calibur?
Come on, they're technically they're in the same universe actually.
It actually showed up in one of the Soul Calibur days.
Well, yeah, but also Yoshimitsu.
But yeah, that.
Anyway, back to that. So let's talk about Disney and Square Enix teaming up for their dream crossover.
Oh yeah! Mr. Incredible now exists in the same universe as Mario.
I mean, I don't think Mr. Incredible was in Kingdom Hearts yet. It's kind of.
Well, technically,
happen.
he's part of Disney, so it counts.
True. But yeah, Sora. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How else do you say it?
I don't know. Other than that, I will say he was a great way to end off Smash Ultimate. I mean, it's kind of weird to now think Ultimate's over now.
Yeah.
I'll say one thing. If there's one, I'll say Sora was great. But there was one thing I will say that I always don't like about Smash Ultimate.
There is no tails.
Spiral and Crash.
The journey was painful. Like, I'm sorry, like, I have to say it, but like, God, the online was the one thing that really made me want to shoot myself every 5 minutes straight.
Oh yeah, so someone actually posted a custom stage online that was literally just fix online.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm sorry, but I have to bring this up. So, like, here's this funny story that I think Retro's gonna have to censor, if you don't mind. You might have to censor this, okay, Retro?
Censor now. We're back.
Oh yeah, so basically, he went hit the little online thing with predictions and whatnot, and everyone doing like, oh, I think I found this leak and this leak and this leak and this leak, and they're all fucking fake!
I know, they're all damn fake!
I mean, here's the thing that I'm hoping that some...
I found you,
I
faker!
was thinking the same thing.
I was kind of hoping that some finding companies who do findings, when they like saying, oh, we're having DLC characters, you mind kindly just showing who you're going to create and whatnot, because it's better to do that than we don't want to deal with, wait, I found this leak that this certain character would be playable in this game. It's way better.
The problem, though. It kind of takes away the hype. At the same time, you have a good point. That's a good idea, but again, it's kind of less hype. But then again, that's what really made Smash Ultimate much more painful for me to remember.
Yeah, it's
Other than
true
that-
too. I mean, for crying out loud, dealing with all the guys saying like, oh, this character would show up, oh, this character, and annoyed. I'm just, part of me was like hoping, please, for the love of God, show the other characters. You know, please stop, tell everyone to shut the fuck up!
Other than that, I will say, overall, I'll say that much. Smash Ultimate's DLC was pretty good.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say, aside from Min Min, which that's my own opinion, and you guys are free to disagree.
I think we're gonna have a Min counter with Shimoda.
Like, other than that, I will say that Min Min is my least, is the only character I would put at last place, and would be the one character I'd be happy to never show up again in Smash.
I'm kind of hoping whoever.
As for me, I don't care for Min Min.
Actually does put up a Min Min character each time he says Min Min.
Yeah.
Other than that, so in terms of Fire Pass 2, I think I love both Sephiroth and Pyra Mythra. They were like the best in my opinion. With Sephiroth and Sora being behind them anyway. Other than that, Fire Pass 1, well, I already kind of mentioned that Banjo is not my favorite, which I know people are going to get pissed off. I think we already had that happen right now. Other than that, and Joker and Hero are my favorite.
Big deal of you people getting mad at you who saying about Banjo and Kazooie. There's a YouTuber I watch who says he didn't really like see him bloody Isabelle in the fine game.
I mean,
Well, yeah,
then again, there is a side special. fishing.
I really hate that side special.
No doubt, because nobody likes it.
Oh, that was
Well, other than that, I think that's my. I know we're getting a bit long, but I think we need to speed this up. So, Retro, you do your quickly run through your quick opinions on each fighter.
Yeah, mine was not very detailed.
So, what's your opinion again on Byleth?
Mine is another Fire Emblem, and I'm kind of glad that the Fighter Pass didn't end there, because otherwise they'll be like, oh, but I didn't like that.
Well, I mean, we're at least thankful with Terry that it was announced there was more fighters at least.
Yeah.
So we at least had the knowledge of there's a few more coming over.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad Fire Emblem counts as out of all of them. It's one of the more interesting ones. It's just I can feel numb whenever it comes to Fire Emblem.
They need to add dragons and axes to the next game.
yeah.
Smash Brothers axes on dragons.
Okay, so small battlefield.
Memory was supposed to be small battlefield. There was a good meme. I love the memes.
Yeah, the meme was good. Min.
I honestly just kind of like. It's like a different gameplay style. It's interesting, and I kind of like. I mean, if you don't know how to play or go against, you could lose. But once you know, then you know what to do.
Steve.
Sorry, I had to go fast for you.
I know, but why go fast for me, but not with you two?
Thank you.
Sorry.
This is
Just keep going.
Come on, no.
Steve. Broke the internet. I was not expecting that to happen.
No one was
basically-
expecting that to happen.
Well, basically, I think how he got his fire pass. He's like, mining is this, fire pass. Then immediately he starts mining and hits the internet pipe.
I think he's pretty good as a character. It's not one of my favorites when it comes to Fire, but I think I'm glad he is in it, because like more Microsoft representation.
Master Chief, no.
Sephiroth, all I thought was, oh, Shimoda is gonna talk about this, isn't she? And I'm definitely glad there's more Final Fantasy representation in it, and he's alright. He's also just one of the. I also have a weakness fighting against him because of the long sword.
I mean, I'll be honest here. The one thing that does balance him is that his move is a bit long.
Yeah.
Long, it's very threatening, but if you know how to make him leave himself wide open, then you're good to go.
Yeah, but.
But other than that, yeah, you got fear on your side.
Yeah. Alright, Metro. Honestly, I haven't had much fun with playing a different character in a while. Those two are actually pretty fun to play as, honestly. You got Sonic, then you got Bowser, I guess.
You want to go Ganondorf, actually.
Ganondorf. Sonic and Ganondorf.
Sonic and Gandalf.
You shall not pass!
Too slow. And yeah, pretty good. Also, the boys on Twitter get a bit too horny, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just reminded me of Pros CD actually did a video of like Bowser or something, and they like turn around and hey, this is of him like pretending to be like the guys over in town saying, oh, let's add it to that for the new Super Mario Jr. like with an item or something, and they're like something called the he pretends like Nintendo has something called a fucky alarm or something. They said fucky alarm.
Anyway, next one is Kazuya. You watch the reaction, and I just say, Shimoda pretty good playing as him. There's not much else to say.
I mean, I'm not the best, but hey, yeah.
Yeah, there's really not much to say, but that reaction we did was a pretty good time. And then there was Sora. What a way to end it! Disney! Incredible looking at Smash Bros. Be like, I got time.
And beat the shit out of every single video character known to man with your key.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, Dan Rots, but how come it's called a key sword when it looks more like a pole? It's more like
swine.
It's more look like you just bash it. You want to bash someone's head and not cut it open.
Imagine
Excuse me, but
imagine a minigame where he plays golf.
Excuse me, but I need to correct you, sir. It's not called a key sword. It's called a key blade swine.
Same difference. Blade, sword, whatever. It's something
Anyway.
to cut.
Yes, I know.
Well,
And I
pretty
guess
fun to play as, even
Fine.
with its own flaws.
quick list of who's best and who's worst in each fire pass.
Fire Pass 1, it's hard to say which is the best.
You don't play much though, do you?
I'm not gonna bother ranking because
Yeah.
So then it's up to you.
You know me. Every time you ask me to rank them, I'm.
No, just quickly speed
Yeah,
run the
talk.
characters.
Alrighty, here we go. So,
8-second let's play Super Mario
Alright.
Galaxy.
Violet, don't care. Min, don't care. Small battlefield, haha, funny meme. Steve, holy shit, I am so glad he's in it, but I don't play as him. Sephiroth, really good addition. Pyramithra, don't care. Kazuya, really cool. Sora, great way to end it. Okay, there.
And,
Okay,
that is the return of Smash Bros. DLC in 7 words or less.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't want, and I'm not
Reboots.
I'm not going to drag on with the trailers because honestly, I want to do something else with that entirely with Blood Productions. So
Oh.
I think we're going to just leave.
Oh yeah,
let's
Smash
leave-
Bros. The best.
Let's just leave the trailers out for now and just focus on doing the rest of this list.
Okay.
God knows we spend a lot.
Yeah. Will be fun. It just means more random and tired for me anyway.
He's
What's
okay.
now?
There's something that has been on my mind, and I was waiting for the perfect chance to say it. But I feel like this probably is you see, I've kind of during I guess this year or maybe last year, I don't fucking know, that I have not he decided to check out the Warhammer 40k universe, and now I'm in part he liked it in that universe, and I'm now an Imperial Space Marine for the Imperium of Man.
Right then. So
As well as I also love the Tower Bar, so yeah, I'm a heretic. Fuck you all.
So why don't we just start off with Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with with someone making Monster Hunter, because God knows that person who made Resident Evil movies was not right in the head.
Did anyone
I'm
actually
sorry, back to business, so
watch
let's go back to
the
Sonic.
movies? Because last I checked, to me, they were just there.
Can you repeat that, sorry?
Did anyone actually watch those movies? Because here's the point, they were just there for
Resident Evil or
Resident Evil.
I haven't seen them because I don't know the fact.
No. The new one we're talking about, right?
Yeah, the Sonic movie.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's get on to Sonic 1.
Yeah, we've already talked about the trailers last time.
Okay.
Okay.
What was it? I don't know, was it at the time when we were was it after was it after the second trailer was out?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely talked about both of those trailers.
Anyway, so let's talk about the movie in general then, right?
Okay, who should go first?
Me, I liked it. It was good. It was interesting. I would give it a 8 out of 10.
Oh, we're rating them then. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm doing like
You
that.
sure? Honestly, the movie it's great. It's kind of fun. I kind of love watching it. Better than Captain Marvel. I'm sorry, but I don't know how many times I'll be saying better than something else. But honestly, anyway, Sonic the Hedgehog I really loved it. It was kind of great. It was it's hard to really put the words, but it was kind of refreshing to see another great video game movie adaptation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Compared to
Mario Bros.
No, Mario Bros. It's a bad adaptation, but I'll say this one thing. It was fucking hilarious. It was fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
I was wondering if you would like a coffee with steamed Austrian goat milk.
What do you look like an idiot? I love the way you make them!
Also, wait, who else?
Anyway, so but yeah, Jim Carrey was the best thing in Sonic.
Yeah.
It was cool. I
Kinda funny.
do find it weird that no Supersonic, but the electricity.
But let's face it, they're probably going to put it in the sequel.
Yeah, probably,
I'm
but
hoping there's
Yep.
one cancer mode that might be in Master Mode, I don't know.
I just want to make this clear. You know what I do find weird though? He has a drop dash, but never has Sonic felt like he had a unique ability specific to him. If you find that weird, if you get my wording, Shadow has most of Sonic's abilities, but he also has his own abilities.
Like Chaos
Yeah.
Spear, Chaos Blast, Chaos something.
Yeah.
Thing.
And well, sober he doesn't count because he's not Sonic. He's not as fast as him.
He's more of his own character, not really when it comes to move style.
Other than that, I think the electricity was an interesting addition. I would like to see that actually in the games, to be honest, because I think that can make Sonic more.
Well, technically
different.
that happened with Sonic Colors Ultimate.
We'll be having a great chat with that. Other than that, great movie. So I'll give it a, I don't know, out of 10. I'll just give it an A. I'll give it an A rank.
I'd give it an 8, just like Lucario X. I really enjoyed it. It's kind of funny how people's opinions, including ours, it changed on the film. Like, remember when the first trailer came out, besides Monster Sonic being a thing? Remember how people were saying that Jim Carrey was going to be bad?
It ended up being the best thing of the movie.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It was kind of funny how during this, it was only when the second trailer came out when people started to have faith in the movie and say that Jim Carrey actually looked funny. Because I think, in my mindset at the time when the first trailer came out, I was like, oh god, like I love Jim Carrey, but as Eggman, But by the time the second trailer came out, I just kind of got out of that mindset and just looked at him as his adaptation of the character. You know, like the countless superhero movies that are out there with reboot after reboot.
You know, I do want to mention a quick thing. I know it's easy to say, mention the big plot hole of that Sonic could easily just get the rings and just leave the planet.
Mm-hmm.
But I think but in my opinion, I think it was more. I think maybe Sonic just didn't wanted to have more of a journey and have a connection with a human.
Mm.
I think he wanted that. That's in my opinion why I think Sonic didn't, head over straight there.
I mean, let's face
Or
it.
why he didn't ask for a map.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. He also wants to run fast as he can, and he's just trying to attract even more attention since Eggman was on his tail.
Yeah, true. Anyway, and
Oh yeah, remember that scene where they're in San Francisco and Sonic drives the car and Sonic is in plain sight, but nobody catches a sight of him. Like he's right out in the open. He's not keeping a low profile.
Oh,
we're talking about the boss. We're talking about the bar scene, right?
No, I'm talking about the scene where they're in San Francisco.
Oh, you mean at the end of the
Yeah,
movie?
just before they climb to the top of the tower.
True.
Donkey Kong?
Yeah, true. Then again, there was also super speed, but I'm not going to count that. Other than that, I think we need to quickly get to you now. Sorry, we have to cut that short.
Yeah.
Your opinion, Retro.
Just going off what you said, I always thought, when I heard about Jim Carrey having a mustache, I'm like, that can't be it. They're not gonna just put Jim Carrey in a mustache, really? And then when I saw the first trailer, I didn't care about whether he would be good enough. I was like, it's just him with a mustache! No changes! Of course, I initially thought the Sonic model was just gonna be alright, but once the second trailer went out, I was like, yeah, what was I thinking back then? And I really like the new side. And the movie, yes, I am glad it is really, really good.
You know, a little interesting fact that I think I want to mention, if you don't mind, Retro.
Okay.
So, me and Retro and, well, Lucario X, there was an idea that we would make somewhat of a unique movie reaction if you get Gmod, really.
Based on our opinions. That
It
didn't
was,
do too well.
I think originally it was going to be like Endgame, where I was originally going to go with Endgame for it, but
Yeah.
then,
It
time
changes.
passed and I was like, it's time to move on.
Yeah.
So then I went with Sonic, and at first, keywords, people, at first it was fine, and I was using Sony Vegas, so we're about to go next, Retro.
Yeah.
We had a little issues.
Oh yeah, because
So a certain point at the video, I couldn't render or watch it.
Oh yeah.
Like, it was me doing the John chanting, out of this house. Spirits be gone from this house. And Retro was just... I think I didn't get your accurate reaction now that I know you were fine with the first design.
Yeah.
But now, because originally he was more like he was scarred for life.
Still has those images.
Yeah, I still have. I think. Other than that,
Oh yeah,
we scrapped it and that's it. So we'll move on to the next topic, but you go quickly.
That old monster Sonic is literally one of the top results whenever I search Sonic the Hedgehog.
Where? Like in Twitter?
Like when I search Sonic the Hedgehog images on Google, that's like the third most popular image.
Yikes.
Yeah. And I can't wait for the Sonic 2 movie.
With a certain Rattata showing up.
Right then, so after Sonic movie, we already talked about something. We already talked about what we talked about earlier. So why don't we talk about Persona 5 Royal?
You finally made me play it. As much as I have played, it was pretty good. One of the better RPGs I've ever played.
It's much, I'll be honest, I didn't get a chance to talk about it because I think we had another 2017 one.
Yeah, it definitely it released in 2020.
But we're talking about the Royal one specifically anyways, people. Yeah. So it is Retro's first experience, but this is my second roundabout. I guess. Play roundabout for JoJo part to be continued. Okay, so anyway. So honestly, I'll make it clear. I never was initially interested in Persona. I think maybe the reason why was actually the same reason with Splatoon, actually. I wasn't never interested in the art style or the characters. The characters in Splatoon just always put me off, like, no, I'm not gonna do it. Eventually, I took the bite. And I didn't regret it. I didn't regret playing Splatoon. I liked it. And with Persona 5, same thing. I took a bite and I think maybe the music also was a factor, but definitely when I got to play Persona 5, I was like, this is fucking fantastic. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, especially music. You like jazz?
And Royal just expanded everything else, and it was much better.
Apart from the one boss.
Minus Okumura. Everything else was better. I do want to mention, though, again, this is the part where I have talked with Retro about potential spoilers for the end of Persona 5 Royal.
I am going to go out.
You do realize there's a little problem here, though. What? You don't know how long this thing could go on for. So you're going to have to rely on us telling you how long it was and what time it was.
Damn it. Fine. Just hit me. I don't care.
Okay, so let me just try and so I'll make it clear. In my opinion, the ending is interesting. Like, with the original, it was just basically, that's it, no more metaverse. Simple as that. Of course, he doesn't know the context yet. Retro I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know any context. I
don't know the context either.
Yeah.
You never finished Persona 5?
No.
Okay.
Right it?
I have.
Like, are you like in Monorame?
I'm still only about 5 hours in, okay?
So, Kamoshida.
Yeah, I think I'm at the part where you have to expose Kamoshida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, I'm talking about Royal, so I'm mostly gonna be, so you won't be having too much spoilers for the original. -1. So, let me talk about Crow, or more specifically, Akechi. So, in the original game, what really happened was simple enough. Yeah, basically that. He was dead. As he was also the traitor of the group. And the guy that caused the mental and also caused the other mental shutdowns. I know this is spoiling a lot for you, Retro, though. Because he even killed you at one point.
Game over. That's it.
But it's interesting that what happened was, well, what Maruki did. With Maruki, in my opinion, I really love Maruki. He was a great character. And not to mention, an interesting villain.
Hopefully I'm gonna forget all this after my editing.
Yeah, hopefully. Otherwise, I'll just say this much. He is an interesting character, and not to mention the idea of a character a villain who wanted to give the best thing for everyone. Make everyone's life happy. I love that. It was fantastic, and it was such a shame I had to put that down. I do want to mention that it is sad that they didn't put an idea of why they might want to go and stop it. Because technically, they have the best things. At the same time, Maruki didn't provide that as well. Like, at first in the game, you did see the horror of human Morgana. Not joking. A human Morgana. The cat is a human now.
Oh, I thought he was a car.
Yeah, I know, he's a car.
Hey, look on it here.
I was like, that's my favorite. Yeah, that's what I call him. I specify him as Car.
Yes.
That's Morgana's gender.
Yeah. I sexually identify as an attack helicopter.
Other than that, there's also the fact that Futaba's mother was never dead, nor was Haru's father, and not to mention On's friend never did that thing, which you know well, Retro. You know what happened to On's friend with Kamoshida?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the falls.
Yeah. It was interesting. The only problem was, again, the moment they realized the truth, literally, they no longer get those benefits anymore. They just lost them right away. He didn't even try and bring them back so that they can enjoy and think about it. There wasn't much of an argument why should we change it back? I mean, a good argument would be that it's not really a reality where everyone is unique and having unique opinions, like everyone's just happy until all day. But I still say it is an interesting concept. As well as... Yeah, here's a character you never heard of. Hiron.
I'm in the Persona game?
Have you ever heard of this character called Sumire Yoshizawa?
Nope.
Well, guess what? That's Kasumi.
What?
The red hair one. Yeah, it turns out that was the fake name. She was actually... Apparently, that was actually her sister. Kasumi was originally the one. And it was kind of funny and interesting the fact that the real Kasumi was actually dead, and Sumire was somewhat actually in a reality where she thought she was actually Kasumi. I know it sounds weird, but that's thanks to Maruki.
How come you're telling me to speed things up when you go on?
I know, I'm
hours
sorry.
On the
Other than that, the only thing else I will say is this: the final boss music was fantastic. I will put on the cross that it was the best goddamn final boss theme and villain theme ever, and no one is going to change my mind anytime soon.
Shimoda, 2021. This is the best boss ever.
Anyway, so yeah, other than that, it improved everything else, and I still hate those people who fake, and I still hate that guy who misrepresents Persona 5.
We're back, we got pizza.
Hey, we're back. Anyway, so we finished talking about Persona 5 Royal, which I know I took a while, but not that fast. But now we're going to talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake. Do you want to start off, Retro? Because you beat the game.
Yeah.
I still haven't.
I've beaten
So you can spoil me.
I've beaten it twice!
Yikes.
I love it. I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's sort of a hack and slash where it adds slow RPG elements if you want to play like that. So it's pretty good, although I am annoyed that all takes place in Midgar, but anything else new kind of feels like filler. But
Yeah,
is this?
they added new characters just for the filler.
Yeah.
They'll fill it up.
Yeah, it's still pretty good though, and especially like and I think the PlayStation 5 one is good. PlayStation 5 has graphics.
Yeah.
I have not played the DLC yet, and I'm still waiting for part 2. You'll get your Final Fantasy VII Remake review when you get that damn part 2!
Like, for fuck's sake, Tetsuya, just make the second one already, please!
As for Cloud's personality, I don't know. I never really tried to see which is the best castle, so I think that's personally for you, Shimoda.
It's hard to really say. I mean, the thing is also, I was also exposed to Dissidia, and not so much the Kingdom Hearts version of Cloud, who was stuck in darkness. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure to say, but like, Cloud has a not great history with being represented perfectly. I think. Haven't played the original in a while now.
I was saying the original, he's mostly a jerk, and then you have like choices. So, and I will say this: in the original, you could choose who to kiss in a play, and I chose the king.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, you get my point. So I don't have to say this much. I think it was interesting, but I want to mention this. They did a good job fixing up 3 characters. At least, from the original. Even though you don't have them as party members, it's nice to at least get to know them better. Jesse, the guy with a wedge, and whatever the other guy's name was. The three that died pretty fast before. Yeah.
At least you got to care about them more.
Although at the same time, it resulted in Jesse being memed in a unique way.
What way?
You know, like how Pyra and Mithra on Twitter happened.
Seriously?
I'm not joking. No, it's like they kind of met her a bit more. They kind of met her a bit more like a love option for Cloud.
Oh yeah, I guess it is true. I mean, I guess it is better than no personality. I will say that much, but you know, I guess.
The only thing I had to say is that they did kind of make it awkward.
Yeah.
Other than that, I will say, other than that, yeah, I think it's great. Get that damn second one done already.
Yeah.
And make it longer. Fuck.
No. I don't want a part 3. I just want part 2. If you know what I mean. Make it all. I also wonder how the whole overall map is going to work on us.
I do want to ask the weird question.
Yeah?
Why is there those hoodie guys? Like, they remind me of Organization 13.
Yeah, it was an original as well, but I don't think there was that much that happened with them. I honestly just don't know.
Anyway, moving on. Let's, I think we're done talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, unless anyone else has opinions on it.
No, I don't really.
So, I guess then it's time to talk. Then you know what time it is, guys?
It's Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary!
Also known as Nintendo's fuck-ups in last year.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say.
Oh, you like this Mario game that you can play online? Well, too fucking bad because we're taking it down, bitches! Woo!
I'm going to group all that into one.
I want to just quickly mention one thing before we go to Mario. So I hope some of you know this context, please, if you all understand this. But after the Mario situation was going on a bit, so there was a tournament going to happen for the Big House, you know, apparently something for Smash Ultimate and Melee. Now this was at the time of 2020 December. COVID at the time, so they couldn't play Melee publicly, like, you know, they couldn't go to other people. So what was in their infinite wisdom, the Big House decided that it was a great idea to just, you know, get New Slippy, a mod of Super Smash Bros. Melee. Now, that doesn't sound bad, but quick question, everyone. If you know Nintendo, what's their favorite? Do they like mods?
No!
You guessed it, so guess what they did? When they found out Slippy was there, you know what they did? They fucking shut it down. They shut it down. Not only the Melee one, but oh no, they shut down the Ultimate one as well.
Hang on. Nintendo, open up!
Yeah, and this led to a lot of controversy. Not a lot of people loved it, and not to mention, even the Splatoon community helped out. I know, it's weird. Then again, I also had to remember the fact there's also the Splatoon Gmail community, and that is cancer. I don't want to mention that word, but I have to because I just don't like the fact that the Splatoon Gmail community is a thing nowadays. So anyway, yeah, aside from that, I have to ask this question, Lucario X. I remember last year you said that you didn't think too much when Nintendo fucks up, that you still respect them. What? Do you really respect them when, you know, they don't like mods, they take down mods all day, every day? That's Nintendo, they do that anyway.
Can't really remember me saying respect them. Let's just say, when it comes to teams that like their games and whatnot, so some of them might have to give shit on who's doing the fucking up.
Anyway, I'm just gonna say, just in case you might not have enough time, I'm gonna do Q&A, then we're gonna continue. Okay, or?
Yeah, we'll talk about Nintendo Online and Super Mario All-Star and Fire Emblem in a moment later. So let's move on to quickly. We're interrupted to Q&As.
Yeah, we're doing this now just in case. So, from Game Fan 14, how are ya? I'm doing better.
I had worse.
Yeah.
I'm alright.
I took a dump this morning.
So I'm not really having much of the pizza because I just really had a chicken curly earlier.
I put dirt in someone's eyes today.
Oh no.
Yeah, I wanted to say, once upon a time, a guy went to the toilet and took a shit at the end.
From from at the Bonehead Clan. What?
Oh yeah, this one.
Yeah. What made you want to start doing game reviews? You've been doing some machinima stuff. Have you ever wanted to make your own? Can you explain your buddy rival with Shadow CPA? When do you come up with your username? Do you draw all your thumbnail art? When can I be a guest? Well, I'm gonna start again. What made me start doing game reviews? Well, here's what reason why I wanted to do game reviews. Because I liked other games. Sorry about that. Where was I? What made me start doing game reviews?
Yeah.
It's because I saw reviews like Beat 'em Up Gamer and all that stuff. And I was like, I want to do game reviews. Initially, I wanted to do Let's Plays, but now I just more want to do reviews because it's like I get to be a nerd and I get to be funny.
You're not funny.
This question was probably not for you, but what made you want to do game reviews as well?
Well, kind of the same thing. Watching other game reviewers. My main inspirations were some call me Johnny, a guy called Nintendo Reviewer, and a guy called Cooper Castile, and you.
Me? I'm an inspiration.
Anyway,
I'll
be honest, the same thing. If I was to do a review, I was mostly inspired by Some Call Me Johnny.
Yeah.
There's also the completionist as well, but that's about
everyone's inspired by Some Call Me Johnny.
There's also the nerd, of course.
Yeah, the AVGN, Peanut Butter Gamer, Candy Chris, probably other ones I can't really remember very much.
But I guess that's about it. But but Retro, the second question was about machinima, right?
Yeah, you've been in machinima. Have you ever wanted to make my own machinima? I will say this. I have plans, but I'm not saying what it is. I don't know if it's even gonna happen. That's all I'm gonna say.
Question is, the thing actually mentioned that you did review machinima a bit?
No, I mean like I've been in some machinima stuff because I've been collecting like minor ones, but not very often ones.
Okay, yeah, got it. Okay, just checking because I was almost wondering if, because I did a bit of machinima on your channel.
And can I explain my buddy rival with Shazzy Pay? I wanted a rival. He was okay with it.
Okay.
Yep, simple as that.
I think there was one more question he had, didn't he?
2 more questions. 3 more. When did I come up with my username? I was going to be called like Retroman217 or Killer Pizza.
Yeah, Killer Pizza, I remember that.
But then when it comes to Nintendo Network idea, I just did a mishmash of words, Retrominimii. And I felt like it sounded a lot better and more original. Plus for the fact that I named my me in Smash 4, so there's that. I feel like it's more original than Killer Pizza.
Yeah.
Do I draw all my own thumbnails art? No, I do not. If you see my drawing, crap. I have someone else who does.
Just out of curiosity, did you draw your monkey avatar or?
No, that'll be Shimoda, someone.
Yep, that was me. I meant Monkey.
Yeah. Her name is Maya, and she's on Twitter if you want to get art requests from her as well. Anyway, when can I be a guest? When you fix this damn door! Well,
not really. I mean, unless we go on mine, but that's not gonna happen.
Well, if you ask and we could set things up, maybe. What? Maybe. Call me. Here's one from General CP. Ha! You heard. Here's a question amongst other announcements of that. My question: how does it feel to lose to me in almost every match, my dear rival? Where's your proof? Where is your proof? You got no proof because you can't handle the truth.
I mean, every time me and him and you fight, usually CPA goes down first. He usually falls first, and then Retro comes second, and then I win.
Sometimes the truth is hard to handle.
But sometimes I manage to beat both your swap asses.
And now for questions from YouTube. Let's see. From Clem17. Hey Retro, what was your first video game? I'm gonna let everyone answer that as well, but my one was Spyro Enter the Dragon. Spyro Years the Dragon. Enter the Dragonfly is a different game that's not big.
Mario Kart Wii.
So at Foot Western, Are we going to be showing these, like the pictures of the games or something like that?
If
no.
I feel like then, yes.
My first game was Namco's Time Crisis 2.
On the arcade?
Yeah, on the arcade. I was at Spain, I spotted it, and I played it, and I actually liked it. Got me into
And
games,
I got
actually.
nothing.
You don't.
I just don't remember. I mean, honestly, it's even weirder when you have to consider the fact that me and Retro don't even quite understand why we became friends, if you think about
Oh yeah, we became friends because you had a Sonic t-shirt.
it. Yeah, but like, I never knew how it grew from there, though. That's the thing, really.
Well, let's- let me-
because of a Sonic t-shirt.
Yeah, let me put it this way. There's a lot around here. There's not a lot of people who share similar interests, if not any interests. Apparently, I can't like kiddie stuff when I was a kid.
Anyway, so why don't we? Any more questions?
Oh yeah, a few. How did that mini-me? Oh wait, sorry. From Rebel Railroad Productions. How did mini-me? Are you into anime? If so, what's your favorites? It's kind of a three-way tie between Black Clover, My Hero Academia, and Naruto. But I can't decide which one, Naruto or Naruto Shippuden. It's kind of a three-way tie, full-way tie of that.
If I may. I mean, I also made into anime as well. My friend, you know, whatever your name, Rebel. Sorry, I forgot your name.
Yeah, just call him Train.
Okay, Train.
Because he's a railroad.
So anyway, Train. In terms of some, well, it's I know it's specific for retro. I'll just mention my. To me, there was a few animes I really loved, like Kill la Kill, which I know retro and probably these guys won't be interested in because
Nope.
it's a certain type of anime.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. I loved
Yeah, it's
it.
an anime full of plots.
Yes. I also watched JoJo, which I know to dismay of retro, he doesn't really like it.
Yeah, everyone looks like a Nintendo 64 polygon.
It's understandable that the art style is a bit creepy for him. I can understand that much for retro anyway. But honestly, I will say this much though. I have been, it was kind of a drop in between, but I recently got back into JoJo and started with part 1, and kind of grown my way back. Other than that, I think the only other anime I did take a full commitment to was, let's see, it was ReZero, but then I dropped it midway through as well. So really, it's hard to say, but I don't have the best commitment to all animes. Although if I remember correctly, another anime I did watch earlier was actually Bleach. You know, the one that's better than Naruto.
Hey, can I say, hey,
I'm
my
joking.
favorite anime?
Do you watch anime?
Yeah, I
You
do.
watch it? You watch anime?
We're not count clips? Just not count random clips or?
Well, not fortunately clips, yeah. But
Okay, just say
so,
it.
okay, I guess the couple I liked are Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Ball, JoJo as well, and an odd one being... Okay, this one is kind of one of ones I like, I guess, but it's basically saying my roommate is a cat. That's the actual name.
Well, there's animes that have weird names.
I
Devil is a part-time.
never heard of that and never heard those type of anime titles before.
That's okay.
Okay. Well, look how you anticipate.
You got
You got some 3000 Tree Hoops soul? I'm gonna start with
What is anime?
Well,
I'm just kidding.
anime is short for animation, so it's usually typically used with Japanese cartoons that in the same style, but still one love.
Okay, yeah.
Usually not for kids most of the times.
Okay, I'm just kidding. I know what anime is. I'm not really into it, so I don't have anything against anime or people who like it. I mean,
You can start with JoJo or Hellsing.
You know, if you want, I could try to, and we could watch Naruto at some point.
yeah, I've nothing. There's nothing I really dislike about anime. I just never really got into it. That's about it for me.
So next.
Okay, we'll probably, yeah.
Is that the last question?
No, it's not. Kev on 30 frames per second. Nice name. Hey Retro, what is your most favorite Nintendo game so far? From GBA to Switch. Really weird place to put it, but it's a hard.
Does he mean portable games or something like that?
No, it just says Nintendo games. I could say both.
The Super Nintendo games.
Well,
It's really, you put me in a weird position. I can't say. I like the Mario. I like Smash Brothers. GPA in terms of GPA, I don't know. I like Pokemon. Look, you can't. It's really unless I have a look at my entire library and everything like that, and it would take a while. I can't really answer that properly. But I do like a good film out of them.
I like Mario, and that's about it.
He likes nothing else.
And okay, that was a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, Mario is like the only Nintendo franchise that I like that I'm a huge fan of. But I got Metroid Dread recently. I don't play Metroid like.
We'll be talking a lot about that.
Yeah, I don't really play Metroid at all, but I'm actually really enjoying Metroid Dread. It's really good. I played a lot of Splatoon 2, and I really love Smash Bros. So yeah, I
there's a few franchises you could get interested in thanks to Smash as well, though.
yeah.
I'll be honest, but I don't have much to say. I love Smash. I love Smash Bros. Myself. But one Nintendo game I really kind of started liking a lot recently, I think, was actually Punch Out for the Nintendo Wii specifically, which you suck at. You stack.
I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, come on, we're even. I suck at the NES. You suck at the Wii. Or everyone.
I suck at every game.
Yeah, you're not a true gamer. What the heck do you do with video game reviews? Review a movie!
Anyway, so
That's a good idea. I'm gonna review movies. Oh wait a minute, there's a problem. There's not as much to talk about with a movie.
Yeah, that's my problem with the movie. I would like to try that song.
Yeah.
I remember the time you reviewed Mega Man.
I want to say that in between after my Sonic Unleashed review, I did try to work on doing a movie review, but I scrapped it because I just couldn't work out how to do it. So
we're already starting to talk about reviews, aren't we?
So even after my Sonic Unleashed review, I didn't stop working on videos, but I just kind of quit on movie reviews just for a while until I feel like I could that I know how to do it.
Right then.
So I just went back to right now. I just currently went back to the style I've been doing, but I'm trying to do it better, trying to cover every aspect of a game, because with my Sonic Unleashed review, I didn't cover the tornado section. So yeah. For my next game review, I'm making sure I leave no stone unturned. I'm covering every
hell for you. And it's hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really get annoyed when I forget some things. Even because I know my recent one, I forget a lot. It's like the fact that it's like a sort of hub world, you can change ships. Anyway.
So,
that went severely off topic.
Yeah. Hang on. Hey, you're just in time. We just finished answering the question. Hey, Retro, what's your most favorite Nintendo game so far? From GBA to Nintendo Switch.
So, was that a question for all of them, or?
Well, me, but I'm gonna let one answer, include you.
Well, per se, I only played up to the 3DS, DS to Switch, so my favorite DS game, Mario Kart DS. Favorite
Agree.
Nintendo game, mix between Smash Bros. Brawl or Mario Kart Wii. And Wii U, Nintendo Land, or Super Smash Bros.
What's a Wii U?
Are we gonna have a problem?
And Switch, probably Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Metopia.
Switch. Brawl.
I mean, Ultimate. Yeah, Ultimate.
Okay, Shimoda is gone somewhere, I don't know where.
Okay, also, to answer the question properly, my favorite Nintendo game ever, Mario Galaxy.
Whoa!
Oh wait, my favorite 3DS game. G Pass V Plaza!
Yeah, I miss those days where every time you have a DS, it's like, we had to do Street Pass. There's no other option.
Sorry about
Remember, we
that.
also kept bringing Amiibos and standards every time you came over.
And yet I didn't even use them nowadays.
Yeah, you don't even bring over your Switch. Come on, man.
Well, let's face it, I'm more of the home console part of it.
Yeah, but how are we gonna play multiplayer if we don't have enough controllers? Dude!
I have my Switch.
So we'll try to answer the next one while Shimoda is back. We're about to go to the next one.
So next question.
Yeah.
How much do we have left?
I think just one more.
Alright.
There's also ones from last year, but I have to.
I don't think we should really do that.
I'll have to dig deep with that. I'll do that next time when we hopefully have more time. Last one from the #1 timer. top 10 favorite Mario power-ups. I'm not gonna answer that.
Hey, I don't know if I can answer that either.
If you're doing all of us, I'll probably choose. My personal favorite would be choosing. I liked the Boomerang, Fire Flower, and Superstar.
Yeah, I like the Superstar because you're unstoppable. It's flawed because you can't do it forever.
I mean,
To an enemy, right at the end.
What do you want for a star power up to last an entire level?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I kind of like the, I think the Ice Flower from Mario Galaxy. Not the one from the New Soup series.
Yeah, that one
New Soup.
makes you
Hey, get it?
New soup!
The ice power up is kind of the same in both, other than the fact that in Galaxy there's a time limit to it.
Yeah, but I also kind of love the trail.
Oh, yeah,
That's really why I kind of like it more.
Oh, you know what I really do love? The Red Star. I love the Red Star.
It's so good, and they only used it in 2 fucking levels.
Never to be seen again.
You want to know better? You got the Ice Flower from New Super Mario Bros. Wii. You also got the penguin suit that is basically the Ice Flower.
So what's the point of the ice flower?
I know, right?
You just slide with the penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you also could just throw out ice, so it makes the Ice Flower pointless, really.
Yeah.
Oh, the worst power ever is the Peach Crown thing.
Oh, that sounds. I mean, by default, that kind of sounds fucking useless.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, expect the fact. The one thing I will say this. The one thing I'll say that's good about it, which you know what I'm about to say. The internet.
No.
Hey, I know what's my favorite. I think I know. I have a favorite super item. Nabbit!
Nabbit, that doesn't sound like a power up.
Let's face it, Nabbit is bloody invincible, for crying out loud. And
My
he's a
dreams come
character.
true.
Yeah, he's invincible.
Anyway, so
Although he still die from fall damage.
so
And get
we're done.
We're done with presents. Let's continue with this
So
as soon as we can, at least.
so we went past. I went past the idea that what Nintendo did was stupid.
Yeah. So.
So
yeah,
let's talk more about Nintendo's other stupidity, like
Yeah.
Fire Emblem and 3D All Star.
Yeah.
Let's face it, doesn't every video game company, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, and the others, they all end up making stupid decisions.
No, but this
It takes the cake.
well, not exactly, but this is a good way. But this takes the cake of scumming the consumer, really.
Yeah.
And I would like to say, I don't like it. Like, I was happy for people to have their dreams come true. Until I remembered, only for a limited time, because I thought, hey, it would have been great. Then the moment that limited time thing came up, it was like, you officially went from, if you mind, like, Retro, I'm gonna need you to go to Super Smash Brothers Gmod 1. You know this scene, 2000?
I don't know.
Speaking of, like, if you guys talked about, like, Mario and with the...
In general, at least.
Well, the Mario 3D collection, the odd thing, though, is that I kind of wanted it, and I asked... It kind of got... My sister, one of my sisters got it. And it was like, they gave it to me, I opened it up, and it had a little note saying... He said, like, I got another nephew this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they are basically asking if I want to be my nephew's grandson, and I said, yeah, sure.
Oh yeah. Is that how it happened?
Yeah, that's how I got it.
That's weird.
That's like a proposal. You open up a game.
But
I just want to play Mario. Don't drop this on me.
It's a bit awkward.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, but yeah, the thing was, I do want to say I am enjoying the collection.
Yeah, me too. I think it technically, if compared to the others, it is honestly, even by a slight amount, the better versions.
Yeah.
The one thing I find weird though was it didn't have GameCube support at the beginning of its lifespan.
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of debugs left in there.
Yeah, it was weird that they didn't put it into the first place, but at least they put it in eventually.
And they put an N64 controller in there, I think. get to that.
Here's controller support for a game that isn't even possible to buy anymore.
Well, we'll get to those later. But aside from that, I think we can agree it was good.
Yeah, I still wish there was more focused on 64 and Sunshine. I mean, Galaxy is probably even a lot better.
I understand they didn't want to bring in Galaxy 2 because it might be the same as Galaxy 1, but it just feels a shame they didn't do it.
Yeah, the only shot to see would be Yoshi, but they can still work around that.
Now, here's my opinions on the 3 games in the collection, like how they play on Switch. So, Mario 64, I've never played the N64 original, but I have played the Virtual Console version on Wii, so needless to say, it is my go-to method of playing Mario 64 right now, especially since you can play on the go. Mario Sunshine, same, especially since they added the GameCube controller support. I have played the GameCube original, so I can definitely say I definitely prefer playing it on Switch in widescreen and
online connectivity!
And yeah, it's basically no different from the GameCube version, so I won't lose any sleep over it not being the original version. As for Mario Galaxy, it plays fine on Switch. It's more like the original, but still, I'd probably rather play the original.
In my opinion, I think apart from having the sense all the time, the motion controls works a bit better than which is ironic when you look at Zelda Skyward Sword. And this is speaking from not playing the original Wii version, so keep that up.
Well, I mean, I guess we're kind of done with that, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, mind if I quickly mention Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem release?
Can I talk about the Mario Game & Watch one? It's...
Yeah, sure, go ahead, then we'll talk about...
Yeah, Mario, it's cute.
That's it?
that's pretty much it. I mean, for something that's going to be out of stock pretty soon, same with 3D All-Stars, you can see them everywhere.
Well, so aside from Mario being screwed over, they also was Fire Emblem.
One more.
God.
Mario 35. It was fun.
Then
well lasted.
Yeah.
Did they replace it though? I think they replaced it with Pac-Man, but I don't think they...
Technically, but that's like saying they replaced Tetris with Mario. I mean,
Sure.
I can't get rid of that. 3000's gone nowhere.
So, but I mean, I don't think he played Fire Emblem, does he?
I don't think so. Do you play Fire Emblem?
I think we're done. So, why don't I just quickly mention the problem?
Fine.
Quickly mention quick. It's great that we now have the official version of Fire Emblem 1.
Yeah.
Other than that...
Yeah. I mean, like, it's just an NES English ROM. Why are you making it limited release? Dude!
You have to do it also on the anniversary.
Not to mention when it's digitally only. Dude, I mean, it's not the biggest game.
I just don't understand it. Was it like the marketing team that was like, hey, let's fuck over these customers? We were just talking about Fire Emblem. Other than that,
NES one.
Yeah.
So I guess I didn't miss anything since I don't play Fire Emblem.
I decided again because I know it's going to be gone.
So yeah, I think we're kind of done with that.
Yeah, let's see.
What else is next?
Fresh Bandicoot 4! Or, did you want to say something?
Well, you said in the head that was being dummy, but let's face it, it's way better than what the fuck's going on with in that division or something at the moment.
Oh yeah, well, question mark get to that, or we could just not mention that.
Look, I'll just say this much. I already lost respect for Activision the moment that Blizzard event happened.
Yeah.
It just fueled it more the moment that happened. So
Yeah.
I'll say that much.
Yeah.
Other than that, Crash 4 was alright. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I recently beat the Insane trilogy. I didn't go for 100% because I didn't want to stress myself out that much. Cause
Calm down.
Calm down. Let's just put this
Look how X, help me out.
Well, me, I didn't really have.
So, Crash 4. And
Yeah, Crash
ladies, we need to get back to Crash 4.
4. Yeah.
Yeah!
Please.
Yeah, Crash 4, it's pretty hard if you try to 100% it, so...
oh yeah, I've seen the thumbnail for Gerard, the completionist's video on Crash 4, and saying it's the worst game to 100% to complete. So yeah, and I saw a Twitter meme which I retweeted. I think you saw it.
It'd probably be a while though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, it was Crash Bandicoot fans in a nutshell, and basically the clip of Crash Bandicoot 4 fans when they look at the requirements for 100%, and it's the guy from Ratatouille. What's his name? The
one who reads the letter.
yeah. That me.
Yeah. It's Crash Bandicoot 4. Play, do not complete unless you're nuts. But if you just play it, it's really good. I really like the
It's an
writing,
interesting
the quality. I mean, one's probably better than the other, but the NCMPG already went overboard.
Yeah.
Everything's good. I like Dingodile. I didn't want him here, but he's amazing. He's just everything about him in there is amazing. He should be in here, but he's amazing.
Oh yeah,
so,
I could be wrong, but did they act at cussing in Crash Bandicoot 4?
Oh yeah, that was random. That was just like Crash Bandicoot.
Right. Anyway, so
What happened with that one?
Dingodile sweared.
Okay.
okay. So anyway,
Yeah, I still need to play Crash Bandicoot 4.
I do want to bring
I
up one
have
thing
to
though,
do it.
because I know this isn't in the list.
The two Jakes have nothing to report on Crash Bandicoot 4 since we've never played it.
Anyway, I need to mention a little problem that happened. So I know Retro's not a big fan of TF2.
Yeah.
So as someone who's a big fan of TF2, I need to talk about that situation.
Alright, but be quick.
Fucking bots. So, for anyone who didn't know, Valve did what Valve usually does. Guess what Valve does all day? Fuck all.
Where's my Half-Life 3?
So Valve. So there was a
Where's
Half-Life.
my burrito?
Okay, so Valve did have a VR game last year, but that's not important. The more important thing is Team Fortress 2 unfortunately got outbought Invasion. So, you know what Valve did? Not much. They didn't stop trying to they didn't stop the bots. They just didn't do much. They just tried, but they're not really doing much.
Someone said, I am good at it.
Well, it's everything. Their little job is burning.
Yeah.
Other than that, I can't really... The one thing I'll say is this much to people. If you want to play TF2, try and find a server that doesn't include bots. But other than that, I'm not going to go any further. So, other than that, Valve, get your ass up and fix this damn game! We'll be referencing Spider-Man. We'll be referencing a lot of Spider-Man of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Speaking of which, why don't we quickly head on to that actually?
Yeah.
We did a little marathon on Spider-Man on the Sam Raimi trilogy.
Well, tried to do a Spider-Man marathon on all three Spider-Man movies, but we ended up not really having much time of it, and also we kind of like decided to have it until try and do the marathon, beat the marathon.
Look, basically the marathon was not complete.
Yeah, and when I found out that when I realized that we couldn't do all the Spider-Man movies, I decided, fine, I'll do it myself.
Also, we'll just talk about the ones we did watch. So we did watch Venom 2: Let There Be Carnage.
Yep, only in theaters.
Yeah, we couldn't. Yeah, because apparently I heard.
Spoiler alert! We should have stated that.
I'm gonna get rid of that.
Look,
I'm becoming Tobey Maguire.
so anyway,
Yeah.
so I guess for now we can just start talking about Spider-Man. Spoilers ahead, anyway.
Yep, spoilers. If you haven't seen No Way Home, get out of here.
Get the F off!
Get
Although,
the
let's
fuck
face
out of
it,
here.
You probably are spoiled by because people like to spoil shit on the internet.
Yep.
Anyway,
No, rule number 1, if you want to go see a movie,
Or
avoid the freaking
if
internet.
you want to watch a movie or play a
Avoid it
game,
like the fucking plague.
thank you.
And subscribe.
Anyway, so back to what I was saying. So we watched Venom 2. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was bad, but it was funny, and
Yeah.
then, and the filmmakers knew that we love Venom because it's terrible. So they with Venom 2, they were just like, okay, let's make the shittiest movie we possibly can, and it'll make billions of dollars.
One of the funny.
Oh crap! Red one. I'm gonna go. See ya.
Anyway, so after that, then we tried that marathon, but of course, like we said, we only finished the Sam Raimi movies.
At least we finished one iteration of Spider-Man.
The best ones, of course.
Yeah. Pizza time.
So let's make it quick of what we thought of the Sam Raimi movies, I guess,
Yeah.
right?
And then I'll give my opinions upon rewatching the other ones.
Oh, you mean the amazing sequels?
Yeah.
I don't know what you call them. Duologies?
Duology.
Okay,
yes. Yeah.
So why don't we start? So let's start off with Sam Raimi movies.
I'll say in general out through them. It's bad, but it's in a good way. And it's good at the time.
I see you chosen death.
I mean, you kind of.
They're good.
I mean, honestly, I'll say this much. I like all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the third one is, well, it's not good. It's really not the best of the trilogy. It's kind of the worst, but it's best with comedy, so I'll give it that much.
Yeah, it's the most enjoyable. In my personal opinion, I love Spider-Man 2. It's my favorite Marvel movie ever. It's just
that good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I will say that
MJ
Spider-Man 3 is the funniest out of them all.
Yeah, MJ's such a jerk in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's justifiable, but it just felt like it was pushing it. The first movie, it's good, but I mean, the second one is just that better with the plot.
Yeah.
I guess in my opinion, maybe I'll
Hello,
say
Peter.
the first one is good in both comedy and storytelling. That's all I'll say much. And
Also, Willem
of
Dafoe.
course,
He freaking nailed it both times.
yep.
Okay,
So, ready to go and talk about amazing stuff?
Okay, The Amazing Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure it was one of the first Spider-Man movies I watched. I remember my parents rented it when it was new, and I watched it. I was like, why is it taking so long for Spider-Man to appear? Because he doesn't appear until like an hour into the movie. But yeah, I liked it when I was a kid, but over time it kind of shrunken on me. But right now it's kind of 50-50 for me. Like it has an even amount of things that I like and an even amount of things that I don't like.
So
for me personally, if my memory serves correctly, personally it falls into the boring Marvel category. You know, Thor or man, I just kind of fall asleep because there's not much interesting going on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
the first one is alright. I mean,
Yeah.
I only watched the first, but the one thing I really didn't like is it just didn't feel like Spider-Man because you know what happened. He wasn't using his responsibility, right? He was going after the person that killed Uncle Ben, not, for justice.
Yeah, I think, and even Mark Webb acknowledged that, and I think that's what he was going for, because he wanted Peter to, like, learn to actually be a hero. It's kind of like Shazam in a way, where when Billy Batson gets his powers, he's not automatically a hero, he has to work for it. It's kind of the same case with Peter Parker. He learns to let go of his selfishness and actually be a hero. That's the whole point of the scene where Captain Stacy shits on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't watched it in a while, but honestly.
Like,
But honestly, then again, there's a sequel, of course.
oh yeah, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Funny story. I remember when it first came out, I was so hyped for it, and I actually wanted to go see that instead of Winter Soldier.
Oh.
Thank God my dad actually brought me to see the Winter Soldier instead of that piece of shit.
I'm not gonna ask much because then there's. I mean, you also did the MCU, or did
Yeah.
you just?
But I'm not done roasting The Amazing Spider-Man 2 yet.
Oh yeah, okay, right.
So I did see it and I liked it as a kid, but over time I think it's a bad movie, but while it's a bad movie and I would probably never watch it again, it does have its funny quotes like Spider-Man 3, but overall it's
I dropped
not.
my pizza on my phone.
Breaking news: Retro has had pizza on his phone.
I dropped my pizza on my phone. Now it's all dancing.
You don't clean it then.
Okay.
We'll continue without you.
Yeah.
So The Amazing Spider-Man 2, it has its funny quotes like Spider-Man 3, such as, "It's my birthday, Spider-Man. Time to light up my candles." And Peter, your blood.
Butterfingers.
But yeah, I probably never watch it again.
So I guess then there's the MCU movies.
Yeah.
Or do you want to just head straight to No Way Home? Or, yeah.
We need to talk about the MCU movies before, it's a trilogy.
True.
Okay. And
we don't need to count Spider-Man's other appearance, like Infinity War, Endgame, and Civil War. We don't need to count those.
I guess.
So let's just focus on just Spider-Man Homecoming Dance and he went from New York to Europe. Anyway, so back to you.
So, Spider-Man Homecoming, I like it. It's a fun movie. I wouldn't say it's my go-to Spider-Man movie, but it's fun. I love Tom Holland. He's really good, and Ned's funny, and I really like Michael Keaton. Yeah.
Oh, I want to say one more thing. That's a cute outfit.
Yeah, I liked it too. Homecoming's not bad.
Yeah, it's alright. I haven't watched it in a while, but it's okay. Far Away Home, though. It's an interesting topic for you.
Yeah.
So
Far From Home. I did not like it.
Oh, let's see how the internet thinks about it, though.
Yeah. But I mean, I know what some YouTubers I follow don't like it.
My phone turned into a pizza.
Actually, you know what, Retro? Before I roast Far From Home, you want to give your thoughts on Homecoming?
I thought it was pretty good. I didn't watch the Avenger film, what's it called, Civil War, but I thought it was pretty good.
And then there's Far From Home.
Okay, Far From Home. Here is everything that is wrong with this god-awful movie. Peter Parker is a fucking idiot. He gives these glasses that have Tony Stark's defense systems to some guy he knows after like 2 conversations.
I mean, technically, Spider-Man, he was dumb in Tree, but then again, Spider-Man Tree was Spider-Man Tree, so we don't count that.
Yeah. And he had the symbiote.
Yeah. Anyway, back to where we were.
Yeah, but like, I know Peter Parker, he felt under pressure of people wanting him to be the next Iron Man and stuff, but why would he give the Tony Stark's freaking weapon defense system to some guy he barely knows? Like, wouldn't he trust it with someone he knows better? Like...
Nick Fury?
But then again, Nick Fury would just give himself the thing. I think that's what he said. But, yeah, short and to the point, Peter Parker made the dumbest decision of his life by doing that.
Oh, and it cost him, and it bited him back ready.
Yep.
Speaking of biting back...
Well, did I say my thoughts on Far From Home?
You got it.
Yeah, we're doing one movie at a time. Everyone gives their thoughts on each movie.
I actually enjoyed it. It's pretty good. It's just seeing how basically a death can affect someone and whatnot. Even if that also makes them do stupid stuff, but still. But hey, yeah, it's good.
So...
Personally, I'd rather watch The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I felt like Far From Home was an alright film, but it's obviously some pretty weak when I'm all done.
I mean, yeah, because of the Mysterio reveal. Which, honestly, when you think about it, if you knew Mysterio...
Anytime I think of Mysterio, I just call him Rey Mysterio.
When I think... Look, anyway, I'll just say this much. Anyway, I say this much. It definitely does lose a bit of impact when you know the reveal. Though the scenes still feel like there's a bit of danger, but... That's probably just because the illusions are still somewhat real. And fiction, I don't get it. But let's move on, right? To probably... Black Widow. Sorry.
Worst Marvel movie ever!
Thank you, yeah.
It was just alright.
It was pointless!
This movie blows.
Insert Scott the Wands joke.
Instead of waffle.
Look, honestly, I understand some people may like it, but in my honest opinion, it's pointless. They should have done it earlier.
Yeah.
No, I don't care if you introduce a new character. That doesn't justify that you have to make a backstory for a character that is, I don't know, dead.
And it went back to the Sokovia Accord storyline. Like, we just came off of the storyline where half the universe gets wiped from existence. You think we care about the Civil War storyline anymore? No.
Oh, bitch, I don't care. Like, I mean, maybe if you got some head in your lives, you'll get something in your life.
Winter Soldier or Civil War or something, probably.
Oh, better yet, Marvel. Maybe if you got a better movie, then maybe you got a better Captain Marvel movie. Then maybe I'll give you respect.
Oh, and
Losers.
well, better yet, subscribe to my channel, then you get it.
I don't know what to say, but I think I just tried to replicate Lamar's insult to him, you know?
Oh yeah.
Just try to censor it in a unique way.
Yeah.
Anyway, Black Widow
Pointless.
sucks. Captain Marvel. It was fine. I mean, it's fine, but it's better than Black Widow, but it's still not good.
Yeah, at least it's not pointless.
I mean, I felt like it was.
Well, like not as pointless as Black Widow.
Yeah, but anyway, so there's. I know we're kind of. I just decided to add Black Widow just to the mix, to the pot. But other than that, should we head on to Spider-Man: No Way Home, or do you want to talk about Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi. It was pretty good. Definitely one of the better Marvel movies post Endgame.
So I guess let's just talk.
So it's not a masterpiece. It was just really good. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, anyway, have you guys ever heard? You guys saw any other Marvel thing? Like,
yeah, I've kept up with everything Marvel related this year, minus the Eternals. I do not care to watch it.
I think all of us agree that we didn't give a fuck about Eternals.
Yeah. No. Nobody gives a fuck about the Eternals. Like, even look at the Rotten Tomato score. It's the lowest rated Marvel movie.
Wow, I am surprised.
Yeah.
So
people are finally starting to get sick of Marvel movies and see how they keep pushing them out every year, and it's like, we're getting tired of this shit.
They should have taken that break.
Well, they did technically, I guess.
Yeah, technically, but they should have used it for a bit more.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
as for the other Marvel stuff this year, WandaVision, I thought it was okay, but it didn't feel like a waste of time, but I would never watch it again. Falcon and Winter Soldier, really enjoyed it. Loki, thought it was great. What If? It's fine.
What? Anyway,
Hawkeye I'm currently watching, not really particularly liking it, but
So anyway, why don't we talk about No Way Home?
Spoilers!
Oh wait, what about Venom?
Venom?
I didn't get to watch Venom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh yeah. We talked about that.
Let's talk
Okay, No Way Home! Spoilers alert!
Should I straight up say it? You don't mind me?
Go ahead first.
We're seeing not one Spider-Man, not two Spider-Man, but three Spider-Man! Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield all straight up show up!
I found you, Faker!
For me personally, 8 years of being a Spider-Man fan really pays off with this movie.
Yes!
Yeah. It was just that good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I really like how they acknowledged the mistakes in previous films.
Yeah.
So they tried their best to make Tom Holland not repeat those mistakes.
Yes. And same with Andrew Garfield, like, I love the scene where he actually saves MJ.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's just emotional about it. That's really,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Good, that was good.
He didn't get to save Gwen Stacy that time, but
Yeah.
he get to save someone else.
Yeah, it's like he learned from his mistakes. He's a better Spider-Man now. Whatever.
He's
the problem-
amazing.
Yeah.
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 I kind of love that. I kind of liked that joke. Not to mention also my back.
You know, Peter, I'm something of a scientist myself.
Yeah, that was I just love the fact
Yeah.
that there were some good quotes.
Yeah, to the people who say that they were just pandering to the memes, to those I say, it's no big deal. It's just a quote.
I'll be honest, I'll say this much. There's not much I do have a problem with this movie. There's not much. I mean, I think the opening started off well, showing how the reveal kind of changed a bit of Peter's life.
Yeah,
I think it's a really good way to start.
yeah.
Not too much your work, I guess.
Yeah,
though.
it feels like what most villains have been doing, like, you know, who's the big guy? It's not always about your money, Spider-Man. What's his name?
Big Kingpin.
Pimpin',
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, it's like, I think, I'm not knowledgeable in the whole Marvel Universe
Oh yeah, I
comics.
think
But
he's
you
in
should-
Hawkeye now. Kingpin.
Oh, that's random. I do know that at least a couple of times, I think, he's tried to frame Spider-Man or something like that. I think a lot of the villains try to do that. This one is actually able to frame Spider-Man, and it ruins his entire life.
Yeah, another thing I liked about this movie to address the problems that I had and many other people had is that Tom Holland's Spider-Man never really faces consequences.
I mean, yeah, he kind of. I mean, let's be fair. No Way Home makes it better, but Far From Home, it doesn't really do much with that. Like the one thing that really did bug me a bit, if you don't mind, was when I watched this YouTube video that mentioned that what would Anme's reaction be like. Because you think about
that was another problem I had with Far From Home. Aunt May is completely cool with her nephew going around dressed as being a vigilante.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that she actually had a bit more interest in this time, I guess. Didn't feel like she was, I don't know, side character or pointless character at best. Honestly, though, there's not much I can say about Tom Holland Spider-Man because I want to say this much more. I just love the villains. They're just perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, most of them. I will say one villain did bug me the most. But other than that, most of the villains. I love Green Goblin. He was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that secretness of just staying inside the shadows of Osborn's mind just until the perfect time to strike again.
Willem Dafoe was just as crazy as he was back in 2002, and I love it.
But
I thought it.
Guys, what's the point of watching Venom for this film?
Yeah.
One post-credit scene, that's all you're getting.
Well, actually, that somewhat makes sense. Well, because let's face it, the reason Venom actually came to be was Spider-Man mixing with the symbiote, aka the black suit.
But the symbiote doesn't exist in the MCU.
Well, too bad it's now existed because they managed to get into the MCU.
Can I give my thoughts on all the villains?
I just want to make a quick note with
Green
Goblin. I'll just make it clear. I kind of like the idea they explored more of Osborn not being insane.
Yeah.
It was interesting enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I do kind of still like the fact that the Goblin still came back and took care of him, took his mind over for a bit.
Yeah.
And Doc Ock. Loved him. I loved it, but I didn't like the fact how they kind of cheapened the way he came back to.
Yeah, like Tobey Maguire, he uses his words to get to Otto. Tom Holland, technology.
I mean, technically speaking, that Ock did get a huge hit, but still, I think it still works better because.
Oh yeah, do you know what I just realized?
Yeah.
Doc Ock becomes a good guy at the end of Spider-Man 2 anyway, so he's gonna die anyway. Peter saved him for nothing.
I mean, honestly, yeah, but still, at least it's like he said, he's not gonna die like a monster.
Well, he did not die like a monster in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, but I still say this.
Peter helped him come to his senses.
It's still better than how No Way Home did it. I mean, No Way Home is still okay, but it just felt cheapened.
What else was I going to say? The Lizard, he existed. Whatever, don't care.
Yeah.
Sandman, his motivations were all over the place. Like, one minute he's like, "Oh, Peter, I'm your friend, Flynn Marco. You remember me? Dude, I never told you my name." Oh wait, wrong Spider-Man. But
like either way, it's like suddenly he was all right, then suddenly one moment Electro got like sapped away, which to be fair, that's reasonable. He would at least ask questions there, but the next few minutes after he got to know it, I don't know, something happened. Spider-Man, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it's stupid. Like, come on.
Yeah, like, Sandman just turns evil again for no reason. Like, I thought all he wanted to do was go home and see his daughter.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing. Like, this movie kind of ruined him the most.
That's probably also the reason why he was attacking in the Statue of Liberty, because he wanted to get the boss to press the bloody button. But unfortunately, everyone was in his goddamn way.
It's just that painful to remember that. Other than that, I would say I don't know much about the Amazing Spider-Man villains, so I don't got much.
Well, I would say Electro was definitely way better than he was in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I remember there wasn't much, but again, I don't remember much anyway.
It's my birthday, Spider-Man.
What the heck was that?
That's what Electro says in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Really?
It was his birthday. It's my birthday, Spider-Man. I'm trying to blow up candles.
I do find it weird that the Vulture's not there, but I mean, I can live without that.
Yeah.
And one more thing I'd like to say about the movie that I really loved before I forget about it, before I forget to mention it. So, the scene where Tom Holland's Peter, he wants to kill the Green Goblin. He's gonna do it. He's gonna impale him with his glider just as he was in 2002. But I love how Toby is the one who stops him because he was almost consumed by vengeance twice throughout the trilogy. Both from trying to find the man who killed his uncle. The first guy who he thought did it, he wanted to do it, he wanted to kill him, but then he accidentally killed himself by tripping, and he explains that he basically got what he wanted, but it didn't make him whole. And then 2 years later, he finds out that the guy who thought he killed his uncle, who he thought killed his uncle, wasn't actually the guy, and it was a different guy, and he wants to hunt him down, and at the same time he gets infected by a symbiote, and he fights,
just
and then
strengthen it up with more.
Yeah, and he fights Sandman in the subway, and he almost kills him. He basically believes he killed him. Like he was fully going to kill him. He wasn't pulling his punches at all with him. Like he throws his face into a train and then makes him drown in the water, in the sewage water and everything. So he was almost consumed by vengeance twice, and he knew that this isn't what this Peter wanted.
And that's just the thing. I think that was really great.
And he died? Question mark?
Not
What?
really. It's just Osborn just got a surprise attack, but it wasn't even a death. His little sneak
Heal
attack
factor.
didn't actually kill him. It
Yeah,
just,
but he had his back, so there's that.
Yeah.
just got a cheap shot in, and even didn't miss the bloody mark.
Well, other than that, I mean, I am surprised. I will say I'm surprised they went with Aunt May being dead.
Yeah.
But
She kind of
someone's
felt.
gotta die.
Yeah, true.
Spider-Man, the movie where someone's gotta die.
I will say, I mean, it is interesting that she kind of took an Uncle Ben role, if you think about it.
Yeah, once she said that, I was like, she's dead, isn't she?
Yeah. Anyway, aside from that, I guess nothing much else. I mean, I do like the ending where Peter did finally take the responsibility and got what he wanted.
Well, he didn't get what he wanted. He loses all of his friends.
Yeah.
It's better to lose his life than everyone else to lose their whole universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the whole ending...
As Peter Parker says in Spider-Man 2, sometimes in life we have to be steady and give up the things we want the most, even our dreams, to do what's right.
Well, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I want
He
to
ended
do
up
this
getting his own suit. This suit being more akin to the classic old Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Maybe you
I wonder if
can
he-
make that 60s show by then.
So, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to, let's move this quick anyway, right?
I'm glad he's come a long way from making a hoodie suit
Yeah.
with googly eyes.
I will say this, I like the ending of it, but it's like, seems like a fresh thought. I want another film, as well as another film from the other Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield films. It's hard to believe, but I want that.
I don't really think we need another film with Tobey Maguire. I mean, Spider-Man 3 was a good ending, for better and for worse.
I mean, you might see Spider-Man really adult or something like that.
But if they were to make The Amazing Spider-Man 3, here's my pitch. Maybe set it as a prequel to No Way Home, so they can show us how bitter Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man has become after the death of Gwen Stacy, and how much more brutal he's been on criminals and everything.
Anyway, so what's our next topic?
So,
Well, that's just my...
So we covered Marvel movies anyway, so that's...
randomly. This hasn't come out in 20... I don't think so, but we did stop playing Among Us, you and me.
Oh yeah, right. So let's just... It didn't come out last year, but we're still gonna talk about it.
Yeah, because we didn't play it that one time.
How old is Among Us?
I don't know.
And aside from that, I also want to mention as well Henry Stickmin, The Collection,
Yeah.
since it also came out that last year as well. So why don't we just talk quickly about those?
Alright. Pretty good.
It was pretty. Among Us. It's Among Us.
Yeah, I think it's a good trend.
Yeah.
Just like me.
Yeah. I do love some of the new additions as well, and the Earthship. It was kind of nice to see something from Henry Stickmin. Speaking of which,
Henry Stickmin, like it. I haven't played it, but I love it.
I played the original ones.
I would
which
suggest
I want to mention. So
Please.
why don't I mention about the differences between the original and the remake? If you want.
Well, ones you really want to mention.
I'll just mention the fact that most of the past Henry Stickmin games in the collection were all made new. you can actually notice the difference between the fact that not only there's better looks,
Yeah, everything's better. It's
but there is one downside with the Henry Stickmin games. While I do love them, they did have to change up a few things, like, for example, if I may, they had to change the spring sound effect from Sonic to a different one now.
Oh, come on, they copyrighted the Sonic one?
They not only that, there's also Mario, there's also a lot of
You
Nintendo
think you
stuff.
could use my sound effects for my games? Well, think again.
Like, for example, they had to change the Metroid design.
You think you could use the sound effects for my games? Well, if you think you can do that, time for you to perish.
Wait, hold on. It's Henry Stickmin. Let's see, shoes, time, crowbar, good ball. Yeah, apparently, but yeah, it's kind of sad that they had to change it, but it's understandable, copyright stuff.
Yeah.
And the new add-on, the new Complete the Mission, it was alright. I mean, I will say it's kind of short, but hey, it's worth it.
Yeah.
As well as Charles.
This
Great.
is the perfect plan!
Yep. So why don't we?
And there was no E3 during 2020. How did you feel?
Okay,
not much.
Let's talk about E3 2020. There was no E3 2020. End of discussion.
Why don't we just leave it like that? Yeah, it never happened.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, Jake?
Disappointed.
Okay.
But
So,
I'm disappointed because there was no E3 2020.
so why don't we just move on to something else?
Okay. Let's see. Do you want Pikmin 4? Have Pikmin 3 Deluxe. They're basically a pretty good one.
Okay.
You want Mario
we
Kart
did-
9? We'll have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe instead.
Yeah. Now, what,
Let's see, we did have.
Oh, do you want GTA 6? How about GTA 5 Remaster number 2?
Okay. Let's talk about PS5 and Series X.
Did you
Really.
play Pikmin
Okay.
3 Deluxe? Or?
yeah, I did.
So
What
why
do
don't
you
we?
think? What do you
So lads,
think?
why don't we
Just-
talk about Series X and
Okay,
PS5
just slow down.
altogether?
Just slow down a little bit for a second. What was your thoughts on Pikmin 3 Deluxe?
It's good.
It's good. Nothing else?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Series X, PS5. We're talking them together.
Fair enough. Okay, PS5. I should have pre-ordered it earlier, but I was lucky enough to get it through Smith from sheer force. F you.
Yeah, I managed to pre-order it. Fuck you, suckers.
Let's talk about something I really didn't like about these two consoles.
What?
They had digital-only versions.
Yeah,
technically.
I'm not. I mean, it's nice to have the options, but I'm not really for that.
Yeah,
Stupid. Like no discs. What's the point of the console then?
It's good to have both. As in, one just in case if you, as in, you're trying to get it physically and you go to the shop, you don't see it there physically, let's get some money. Just use the money you spent for it to get it digitally. Bada bing, bada boom.
It's a lot better than how the Xbox One was originally going to be.
Yeah, I will say that the PS5 digital edition, it's not I wouldn't say it's pointless because I mean there are some people who just prefer to buy digitally, but yeah, I mean I think it's fine, but the Xbox Series S it has like only half the storage of the Series X,
and it doesn't run as well.
Yeah.
Is it just me
Wow,
or did you have like some milk or something?
What?
Because I can see a bit of a whiteness there. No, not there, like right there.
Awkward moments with
Sorry.
Blood Productions.
Let's see. What else then?
Jamona, do you want us to share our experience with the Series X?
There's not much I can say. I mean, it's alright.
If I were to share my experience with the PlayStation 5, it's the same as the PlayStation 4, there's not really much change, and I just do my usual stuff.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Mama before I get rushed off.
Can I say this first?
Fine.
I'd say the Series X is basically an upgraded Xbox One, so if you never had an Xbox One, go ahead and get a Series X.
Yeah. I will say this. PlayStation 5, it's not worth it now, at least. I mean, there are, like, the only really pure exclusive games I really enjoyed was Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. All the other ones you could potentially get elsewhere, even on PlayStation 4. Albeit it runs impressive, especially if you have a 4K TV, which I don't. But it's not worth it if you just want to play the games, then you're fine with PlayStation 4 for now. But it is a good upgrade. just need more games.
Yes. I'm gonna get the PS5 as soon as Spider-Man 2 comes out.
Yes, assuming you're able to get at this point. Restock!
Anyway, so I'll quickly mention
So
that.
I have 2 years to get a PS5.
I'm gonna get that game.
Anyway, so I'll quickly mention Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition.
Okay.
I'll just mention that, I like it. I mean, I didn't get to play Devil May Cry 5 when it released, but hey, I got it last year, so hey, now I can say this much: it was fucking good, fucking fantastic. And Yakuza.
Yeah, Yakuza. It's a pretty good game. The story is amazing. I enjoy the side stuff. The main gameplay part is just an RPG. That's not much.
It's kind of awkward.
Yeah, but everything else is amazing, which is weird. I shouldn't really say it's a good game, but I enjoy it because of everything else, not the main bit.
I'll say this much.
Heads up though, it's just I actually do love the Yakuza stories that I actually watched. Been kind of binge watched all of them. I kind of left off on 5.
Yeah, I'm currently playing Yakuza Kiwami remastered on Series X.
This is the only one I've played, so.
Yeah.
Same here, but I will say I am kind of surprised at the power of technology with Red, and not only dubbing.
Red.
So,
This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I will say, I agree. Yakuza's storyline is just amazing.
Yeah.
I do want to say, but again, Retro, you didn't know the technology. You really not remember the technology of dubbing, which is aside from Yakuza 1, which was unique.
So it's so.
But this is the first time Yakuza got an English. This is the first Yakuza game that had an English dub.
Not really. Actually.
Like I said, Yakuza 1 is a unique case.
So was the dubbing terrible?
The dub was not really accurate, apparently. Other than that, so yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, by the way, the dub for Yakuza 1 ended up having Mark Hamill as
Majima.
Yeah.
Huh.
Mark Hamill?
Yep.
Yes.
You mean the Joker?
Yes. Luke Skywalker. Yes.
Yes.
So why don't we quickly just move on?
Okay. Spider-Man Miles Morales. I'm pretty sure you haven't played.
I played it.
Oh yeah. I get PS4.
It's fine.
It's advertised as the next sequel, but I feel like it's more like a side story.
Yeah, it feels more like DLC than actual.
Yeah, but with that mindset in mind, it's pretty good. It's just a bit shorter than the other one.
Yeah, it's not really ambitious for a PS5 launch title. Like, oh, if you want to play this game, you've gotta play it on PS5.
Yeah, I will say this: it's slightly better than Spider-Man 1, but Spider-Man 1 has extended content.
Spider-Man 1 is better, and Miles Morales on PS4 has lots of glitches. Like I can remember like 5 occasions where I fell through the floor.
Oh.
Hey guys, I think the interesting thing I like is how this is for Spider-Man and PS4 series and whatnot. Is how they handled Miles in it. They didn't do him like he's from a different multiverse where Peter Parker died. They actually have him like in the same universe.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What do you think of the face remodel for Peter Parker?
It's like no reason. There's no reason.
Yeah, like Peter Parker's supposed to be 23 in this universe. Why does he look like he's 16?
3,000.
You look like you're Spider-Man.
Anyway, so why don't there was a section I think we had Retro. I think it was other games that didn't release.
I'm pretty sure none of us has played this yet, but Cyberpunk 2077 released.
Oh yeah, that was perfect. It was perfect. So.
Oh yeah, funny story. If you look at it on the Xbox Store, it says, "Warning: there may be performance issues on the first generation Xbox One console."
Really? Performance issues?
Yeah, we can pull it up right now. We have a Series X right here. We can pull it up right now.
Yeah, let's not do that. So we need to move this on anyway.
That was just a joke.
Yeah,
and then there was a Game Awards last year with The Last of Us Part 2. Why?
Yeah, I heard it was a good game, but it's a bad sequel.
Yeah.
I do want to mention that was where Sephiroth was revealed, but we're not going to talk much about that. To slightly also news this, let's quickly mention this year's Game Awards as well. I just want to use this easier, just to make it easier for us.
Alright.
So I watched it and it was alright. I do want to mention the one thing that really was painful was at the start. Like, there was so many reveals.
Yeah, there's like too many reveals I didn't care about.
Well,
Like,
actually,
there was one that I cared about that was like the Persona 4 Ultimax. Which was...
I was like,
Sonic the
please.
Hedgehog 2.
Yeah. Sonic Frontiers. A little
Yeah,
bit
and
of
Sonic
Cuphead,
2,
honestly.
which is
how about,
exciting.
can I say what I revealed besides Sonic and Frontiers and Sonic movie that I actually enjoyed?
Yeah.
That's being in the reveal of Space Marines 2. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm into Warhammer, okay?
Oh, right, that
Yeah,
one.
right.
Yeah. And,
Oh, yeah.
and for my small opinions on the Sonic ones, Sonic 2 movie looks amazing. I
Yeah.
love Knuckles. And
I'm calling it. It's going to be the best movie of 2022.
yes.
And,
Unless the Mario movie
It's what-
shows it up.
Knuckles.
And
Hold on. Sorry.
Mario movie made by Illumination.
Sorry.
I'm gonna keep my expectations on
Yeah.
down.
Say, just doing to say this rather clear. Hello, I'm Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I beat anyone's ass.
Anyway,
As for the Sonic game,
yeah.
at least we know it looks like Breath of the Wild, but I
Yeah.
still need more gameplay to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my issue with it as well.
Yeah,
There's
I'm not
some-
gonna repeat the mistake of Sonic Forces.
Yeah.
It's...
Oh look, the CG cutscenes look so good. Oh wait, the game doesn't actually have CG cutscenes.
Hey, what the heck? This is Sonic Heroes all over again.
Okay, we're gonna be fine.
Yeah, we are.
But either way, yeah, I'm fine with Sonic's 2, the movie, and Frontiers is great. I do want to mention there was this indie game about death. It looks interesting, to be honest. Other than that, let's quickly move it up a bit.
Okay. Other games we played. We both played Left 4 Dead, haven't we?
Yep, and I'll say this much. Me and Retro enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
I will be
multiplayer.
saying I'm not interested in trying out its spiritual sequel, Back for Blood. Which,
Although, funny thing, sorry to interrupt, I'm fine. You should I know you guys are probably not going to, but there's a video I watched about Left 4 Dead, and it showed, like, talking about it, but also had a boss or something. Like, for crying out loud, they literally literally had, like, a lot of Elmo attacking Master Chief.
I'm downloading that.
Being saved by the Arkham Knight from Batman.
yeah, I was going to mention that it's only in Left 4 Dead 2.
Damn it. Well, it's still gonna be pretty good.
Anyway, I do want to mention though, me and Retro did encounter an issue with Left 4 Dead 1.
What's that?
Retro, remember that time we shoot each other and then a bunch of zombies came right at us while we were shooting each other?
Yeah, that was random.
We didn't know what happened, so we decided, okay, this is weird, so why don't we go to Left 4 Dead 2 because it had the same content. I know, it sounds so pointless to buy the first one now.
Well, I got it as a collection anyway.
Anyway, back to the point. Yeah, I also want to mention Danganronpa, which thankfully smooths into also a quick opinion on its unique sequel. So I'll quickly mention. You know the Danganronpa series, of course,
I know
Retro?
my sister won't shut up about it, and now you won't either.
Oh, excuse me, princess.
She's also still mad at you playing this games out of order.
I'm surprised she's not. I'm surprised she doesn't mind that I didn't play the spin-off.
Spin-off's a spin-off.
Yeah. So anyway,
Spin-offs are spin-offs.
So anyway, yeah, I decided to not play them in the right order. I played from V3, 2, and then 1. So I kind of knew anyway about some things, and I thought, why not? I mean, I kind of was more interested in V3 than the first 2. And honestly, I love V3. I kind of liked it, and I still think the ending is alright. I know Retro doesn't like it, even though he hasn't played it yet.
I mean, I don't mind it, it's just that, shut up! Just shut up about it already!
Anyway, Danganronpa 2, it was kind of hard to play through because of, let's say difficulty spike with the trials of it sometimes. Fucking Hangman's Gambit improved. Thank you, Danganronpa 2. You met the best Hangman Gambit. You want me to shoot myself? Thank you. God. And Danganronpa 1, it was alright. It's the first one, so there's not much of an issue. I will say one thing though. So this year, of course, as I think Retro remembers back in the Nintendo Direct, there was a spin-off announced. Summer Camp.
Yeah, something like that.
And I was at first interested. I think a lot of Danganronpa fans must have been the same like me, interested in seeing what would happen with the feed tree and all the members of different games interacting with each other. One problem. A little thing was revealed called microtransactions. And you want to know the funny thing about this one? It was for specifically it was playing like it had a bit of V-Tree's gameplay of the spin-off kind of way. I mean, there's the main game, then there's a bit of a board game you got. I know, weird. So they had that mostly, and then they had an RPG-like section. That's where the microtransaction comes in. You can buy characters for that kind of thing. And I don't care, but I decided, the moment I heard that, I was like,
Nope.
yeah, no, so much notes.
No.
Okay, that was pretty exaggerated, but yeah.
What people feel with microtransactions.
Let's just.
Microtransactions are the honeydew of video games.
There's also, of course, limited releases.
What? Basically,
No,
they're the
I'm
things
talking
that
about
no one
Mario
wants
All-Star,
except-
We already talked about those, didn't we?
Yeah, Oh yeah, remember Switch Online with 50 euros?
What?
That was just really pointless. I want to play games, but I don't want to play them that badly.
Yeah, like I'd give Paper Mario 64 a shot, but I'm not that desperate to play it.
Well, either way, I can say this much: Nintendo was starting to get on people's nerves at this point.
Yeah.
So, you know that the funny thing though is they officially supported a Melee tournament now.
Yeah, just out random.
Anyway, so any other things we got on the list too?
I got a couple of games that I played this year. Well, one actually. I already mentioned one of them, Metroid Dread. Another new game that I played this year was the Guardians of the Galaxy game by Square Enix.
How is it?
It's good so far. It's from what I can tell, it's better than the Avengers game, even though I haven't played it.
I mean, it's the Avengers.
Yeah.
One thing that annoys me is the Switch version.
Oh yeah.
Cloud
yeah.
Edition.
So like, is this how it works? You can only play it when you're connected to the internet.
Yes. And
That
Cloud-
defeats the purpose of the Switch version. Like, the whole point of the Switch is that you can take it on the go.
Yeah, and the worst part is that this is only just because they didn't want to get rid of any graphics on anything. Like, if you own a Switch, you don't care about the graphics at that point.
Sorry. I almost forgot.
Kingdom
So, aside
Hearts.
from Royal, there was another Persona 5 related thing.
Strikers.
Fucking Strikers.
Oh yeah. Well,
So, since the game did release last year, but it was only for Japan, it's unusual for Persona games to only release a year later for the West. Thanks, Atlas. So, anyway, I got Strikers, and I was excited as hell to play it. Fucking a few hours of gameplay later, I was hating it. I didn't like it one bit. I hated the gameplay. It was so bad. It made me feel like I wasted my purchase. I'm just honest, like, I don't know how Call Me Tecmo fucked up Persona 5 Strikers. Like, I don't know how to say it. How can you combine the Persona 5 aspects, the daily life, doing normal life before, and also RPG stuff, and screw up also the Dynasty Warrior gameplay? It doesn't sound like the Persona 5 gameplay mixes together with the Dynasty Warrior gameplay.
Oh yeah. Just out of curiosity.
What do you want?
what do you
How,
want?
how would you feel if a mainline Persona game came to Xbox or Nintendo? Would you feel it would be wrong or?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I mean, technically,
I have questions,
to be
but
honest, it already happened.
Yeah.
Persona 4 Golden is on PC, remember?
Oh, but
It wasn't on for years, so technically it's already done. Not to mention, Strikers is also on Nintendo.
yeah, but like that.
A mainline Persona, I don't really mind.
Yeah,
I
but,
understand that the tech might be hard, though.
Yeah, but like you can play Persona 5 Royale on Switch.
Royale.
Anyway, but
Don't
yeah.
you mean Royale is like Fortnite.
Let me just get this straight, though. I think I will be saying this much. The story is interesting to me, but Striker's gameplay keeps me away from it. The enemies are fucking hard. I can't last long with it. And the RPG mechanics just make it much more painful, like I said. Like, using SP to do special attacks and the enemy weaknesses. It's coming, Tecmo. Also, fun fact, I got this early.
Huh.
Yeah, I think I remember I told you I got the game early. And not because of Atlas, but somehow I just got it early.
Anyway, other games I've played, I didn't play much of it during 2020, but I did get Pokemon Sword. It was alright. There's not much heat yet. I haven't probably played enough of it yet. With RPGs, even with Pokemon, you gotta dedicate enough time into it. Like, play nothing else but that for a while. It's one of those games. So, but what I did play, it was pretty good.
So why don't we quickly talk about Mario Party?
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I mean.
Sure, go ahead.
I really want to play it. Okay, we're not going to be talking about Mario Party because we gotta wrap this up. It's gone on long enough.
Look, I'll make it quick. Mario Party is great. It's good.
I'll make
Thank
it
you.
quick. I'm sorry, we're not going to be able to talk about 2021 or any reviews, but we got your questions and answers done.
We talked about at least of the games that we played, and of course movies. So hey, that's good enough for you guys, I think, right?
It's good enough. It's good
And
enough.
let me say one last thing.
Subscribe to our channels.
Well, that's probably for you guys, but so look, the Emperor, fuck yeah, and I love Tao, and fuck all you guys.
You don't think we should do a part 2, should we?
I was actually thinking maybe we're not sure, but maybe we can do a part 2. Like obviously, it has to be after 2022, but maybe at some point if we get time.
After the New Year or something.
Yeah.
Probably because
We might talk
Yeah,
about a
because
few
if-
games we didn't get to mention.
Yeah, and because if we do it like this, it's gonna repeat. So yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry we couldn't do everything, but we will be able to.
Oh,
do
I just
stuff
wanted to mention one more
next
thing
time.
quickly.
Yeah.
In Kingdom Hearts Clouded Edition.
Yeah, Cloud. I hate that.
Wait,
We're
what?
so close.
I hate Cloud Editions. Anyway, thank you for watching and good.
Cloud editions can go to hell.
Well, let me just say one last thing. Tower Bars the greatest fat in the Warhammer. Don't suck it, suckers.
Okay, we're good.
Bye.
Bye.